that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the Tag 125 Light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight, gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, Mercury. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, Mercury pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front, let's see if he can do it. He's out in front, I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing, Mercury's going to have one little last go, gives him a little shove down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay, he's crashed. He will be ropeable. Check.
Almost.
In the home straight. That's coming in.
Okay, it is the HDFNL footy show this time, not the Netty. Netty normally outrates us, Dave. I hate to tell you that, but it does, the Netty show.
Oh, no, the popular program, and well done to the girls there. And good evening to you, Brian, and good evening to all our viewers for another week of HDFL action.
Yeah, I don't think that was genuine. I think you're basically saying I couldn't give a stuff about the girls are just lucky. That's what you were saying.
No, you're putting words in my mouth, and that's not true.
Well, you've said it before. Hey, you wouldn't know about last week because you nicked off to the Gold Coast, but you would have been keeping a close eye on everything.
Yeah, no, I was. Well, it was very hard to resist 25 degrees and sunshine and beautiful weather. Stepped straight out from the apartment straight onto the beach at the Gold Coast.
Oh,
but
terrible.
yeah, very terrible, very hard, and good to see the Pies get up. But no, I did keep a tab on the Heathcote District Footy League round of action, only because it's made possible through Super TV that I could do so, Brian.
It is indeedy, and every game is on our YouTube. Every game.
It is.
So you're always up there by at least 6 o'clock on a Sunday night, and then of course we've let Jude do a little bit of commentary by himself in the Huntley games. He's getting there. He's now. He's been that good. We've given him this week off because they got the bye. So,
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to commentate, wants to have a crack on our tape games like that, happy to let's have a go. And there's not enough of that going around, Dave. Not enough people get a go at it, I reckon.
No, and it's good like people like yourself give people like me the opportunity, Brian, which I really appreciate.
Well, it doesn't like if it's you got to start somewhere. I mean, you know,
exactly.
I wasn't always fantastic, but but you do. You got to start.
No, Donna modeled you very well.
Yeah, she did. That was Donna's fault. but again, like I said, mate, have a crack. Who cares? I mean, if people don't like it, turn the volume down.
Well, I look at people like Joel Pedersen and Trav Fitzgibbon and
Yeah,
even the great Barry Denner who started, in video
yeah,
footy calling games, and that's how they progressed through the ranks, Brian.
yeah. They did. I think if you ask the fresh guys though, there'd be fresh FM. That is the. I don't think there's a lot coming through that want to do it anymore, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
If you're right, I mean, Cameron Power's another one who's pretty handy with it. Old Johnny does a good job, and yeah, I mean, there's so many people that have come from there, and it's a tribute to. It really is a tribute to who's who of footy balling when you see
Oh, yeah.
all those guys. I mean, the only one that ever made it on Triple M was me. I actually didn't make it, so yeah. Anyway,
There you go.
but
All right, enough about you. Let's get into the HDFL round 13 results. And it was a big game up at Lockington v Heathcote. Now this was I said last week was an 8-point game, and it turned out in favour of the Wayside, and Heathcote winning 10-11-71 to Lockington 7-4-46, which really now puts Lockington in a very precarious position for their run home in the top five.
yep.
For Heathcote, that win has pushed them up to fourth, and I think from when I looked at the ladder not too long ago, it gives them about a 10-point buffer on League Two, who's sitting six, so that's 2.5 games. We've only about 6 rounds to go. It gives them a good position there, Brian.
Yeah, I think if you look at the Super TV Facebook page, you'll find that the ante has been upped. So we do the scores and we do the ladders too. So, and that's not just for Heathcote, that's for every comp around.
Yeah, I did notice that.
So yeah, we'll get to that soon when we talk about a few questions. But I was watching that game with interest, and Lockie were up there by a few points around half time. And yeah, look at they've lost Thomas Leach for 5 matches on that incident with from North Bendigo. What was the man I'm thinking of? Darcy.
Darcy Richards.
Darcy Richards. Yep. So 5 weeks. That's in the season. That was a game from a couple of weeks back. So they've lost him. He was a bit of he was a big feature down in the forward line, has been for a long time. So that wouldn't help.
Yeah. Looking at the goal kick, Kiers for Heathcote, Sean Williams kicking 4, Dylan Johnson 2, and Liam Jarks kicking 2. And really for Lockington, there was no one apart from Nicholas Sheldon kicking multiple goals. So I think you said a couple of weeks ago, it depends which Lockington turns up on the day, and that would have been a disappointing loss, particularly playing at home and particularly after they beat Heathcote earlier in the year. So
yep.
I have to say, Heathcote's probably one of the form sides at the moment. They haven't done a foot wrong since beating Colburn Avon, and really, they're trying to consolidate, the top 3 spot, which is going to be set up for a cracker of a game this weekend, which we'll talk about later, Brian.
Yeah, we will indeed. Probably the other game, someone had to win, and I think it was probably good for Elmore to have a win. White Hills and Elmore are pretty even. So Elmore finally got a win at home.
Yeah, it would have been pleasing for Coach Luke Freeman to actually get the 4 points. Second win of the year. They won pretty comfortably, 10-10-70 to 7-9-51. Just looking at some of the better players for Elmore, James Harney, Matty O'Dwyer, Joey Harney, and Reese Holmberg. For White Hills, Mitchie Dole, Dylan Nile, I should say, Kai Shoya, and Jack Lawton, some of the better players. James Harney had a bit of a day out, found some form kicking 4 goals. He was probably the key forward on the ground. And yeah, again, for White Hills, just single goal kickers to Boyd, Dole, Gilati, Sawyer, and Paddy Conlon. So, look, I'm sure it gives Luke and the boys at Elmore a bit of confidence to go into the next few rounds and, obviously try a few things in readiness for next year.
Well, we've got a big one coming up this week. We actually said we'll discuss. If I don't pick you up on this, then I'm going to get shot. Gelatly,
yes.
Only got told off by Tone and his beautiful wife for about 15 years about that.
Yeah.
So, and the other game, obviously, I was at, which was Mount Pleasant, Colbo. Mount's a good club. Let's face it, we know that. But I think it was wet. I mean wet, as in the ground. It was no rain on the day, but the ground was damp. Walking through it, the mud as you were coming in, and it was pretty thick. So it was always going to be, a kick along the ground, chase type footy. And I think
Yep.
they both tried to play dry weather footy for a while. Didn't really work that well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Right. So the
yeah,
old-fashioned wet weather football was required, and probably two sides that probably haven't been used to
yeah,
those type of conditions.
yeah. There was
Yeah.
a lot of holding the ball decisions in the game, which meant that, they were still trying to play it as though the wet weather, trying to get around a player, and the ball usually is in your hand while it's slipping off and stuff like that.
Yep.
Look,
Brody Lennon-Shannon looked like he had a day out, Cogs, kicking
who's
five
that?
goals. Brody Lennon-Shannon.
Yeah, look, he did. Yeah, absolutely. He's a good focal point up there. Mitchy Bennett is doing a bit of ruck work, so and then they played Nicholas on down back, which was interesting on Carr. So yeah, look, they did their homework on Colbo, but
Yep.
then
Yep.
yeah, Colbo are not far away. Don't get me wrong. I mean, anyone with Grenfell in the side who still kicks
Yep.
goals and plays in the ruck, and Alex Carr, and a few of the others, they're still thereabouts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Looks like
just
Grenfell
felt,
kicked.
yeah,
I was going to say, it looks like Grenfell kicked four goals. Am I right in saying that?
yeah, it did. But the thing is that the Bendigo players, the two Wharton brothers, I'm not
Yep.
sure where Xavier Carter comes from, but he can play.
Yeah.
Is he in the best players in your list there? Surely, tell me.
Xavier Carter. Now he's son of Cameron Carter, so he's
Yeah,
come from good stock. Let's have a look. Yeah, he was named the
had to
best.
be.
Him and Ollie Bish.
Had to
Yeah.
be. Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
he was good on a wet day where everyone else struggled to pick the ball up. He had no issue. So, and he's a tough
Yeah.
little
Right.
bugger too, like his old man was. So, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no,
And
they've
the other.
got, yeah, they're both good sides. But again, there was a lot of pressure, a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Do you think with Colbo they'll just go back and do their homework? And I guess, the next time they're going to meet is probably in August, September when the conditions are a bit drier and that.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't, and they wouldn't be anyway. I don't think they'd be overly concerned by losing. I think
Yeah.
it's a lesson you want to kind of lose something now, work out what's going on. Yeah, but they won't play each other until the finals. There's only five
Yeah. Right.
to go. So yeah, I wouldn't read too much into it. I think they're going to finish in the top four, both sides. Well, Mounts will. Yeah,
Yep.
but I just don't think there's anything in it. I really don't. That could have easily
Yeah.
been Colbo that. They came back. They got within about 14 points, and then Mounts just went on with it. But again, their rovers and their midfielders that are quite good, electric, and they use the whole ground.
Yeah. And the surprise packet, I guess, Huntley winning pretty strong over Litchfield Gumbauer. They took that one 14-8-92 to 7-7-49. And just when you think they're down and out, no chance of making finals, they just do it again, Cogs, and prove everyone wrong.
Well, they've got a bye this week, which would kind of annoy them, I think.
Yeah.
Huntley, that is, and we will talk about that now because the run home, they got a bye this week, Huntley. Then they play Lockie up at Lockie.
Yep.
Then they've got Colbo at home, and then they finish off
Hmm.
with. Oh, sorry, no. They play Elmore at Elmore, and then they've got North Bendigo at home. So, there's a couple of winnable games there, and let's face it. Who they're up against is Lockie and Leachy Gunny. They're the two teams that they're fighting for that fifth spot, I would think.
Yeah, exactly. And
Mind
looking
you,
like,
Heathcote's not far in front of either of them, but I just the way Heathcote's going at the moment, they just seem to be taking everything in. Heathcote's got, for example, what have we got this week? Heathcote's got we know Colbo this week, so that's a big game.
yep,
Then they've got Elmore at Elmore's home, and then they've got
yep,
North Bendigo at home, Heathcote.
yep,
And last game, they've got White Hills at White
Light
Hills.
Hills.
So it's not a bad run, all due respect to the sides, but it's not a bad run home for Heathcote.
Yeah, exactly. And just looking at the goal kicker, Sammy Dunstan kicking 7 goals, as we know, he's a proven forward up there. Pivotal, and Lockie Wilson kicking 3. So they're the major goal kickers for Huntley, and for Jack Dye, 4 goals. And yeah, no one really else of note in that kicking 4 of the 7 goals. Do you think it's going to be a battle between Leachville and Lockington for that fifth spot?
No, I think if Huntley get there, look out. I just
Yeah.
they've beaten Mount Pleasant, and I just again it depends who turns up. I mean, you tag Dunstan for a start, clearly, but again,
Yeah.
I reckon if they make the five, I think Leachy did it last year, didn't they? When they finished fourth or something, and then all of a sudden they were
Yeah.
decided. I just reckon Huntley's that side this year. I don't think, without being you got to be honest because that's what you're here for. But I don't think Lockie will make it.
Yeah. Nah, looking at the ladder now, you got Lockington on 24 points, Litchfield on 20, and Huntley sitting seventh on 16. So at the moment, Huntley had 2 games out of the 5. Pardon me, but like you said, with that run home, if they can knock off Lockington, I think that's going to be the critical game. It's going to decide that 5th spot.
Yeah. Well, how it turns out is that Huntley's got a bye this week, but Lockie have a bye in round 16, which means that the next
Yeah.
game Huntley plays is against Lockington next week. Now that will
Yeah,
tell
right.
us a bit about what's going on. If Huntley loses that game, they're done. They're going to
Yeah.
fight very hard because the week
Yeah,
after they have
exactly.
Colbo.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
So
and just looking at the ladder, we got
yeah, go on.
Mount Pleasant on top on 40 points, then Colbo on 32, North Bendigo and Heathcote equal on 30, and rounding out the 5, you got Lockington on 24 points. So, yeah, unless you're 1 game behind on 20,
And one game behind that is Huntley.
and 1 game behind that's
Yeah,
Huntley,
so they're
correct?
2 games behind. That's what I'm saying is that this
Yeah,
week, if someone's going to pick up 4 points, and with them having the bye, which someone's got to win out of Lockie and sorry, take that back. Where am I? Oh yeah, there. At least he played Lockie. Someone's going to win. If
yeah,
Lockie,
exactly.
if Leachy win, then again it's a. I don't think Leachfield's got the bye. No, they haven't. So you would
Nah,
think
I think they've already had it for the second half. Yeah, correct.
yeah, yeah. But maybe it's panning out pretty good. And the teams like North Bendigo and Heathcote are not that far in front of the others.
No,
They're only 30,
the
32.
Colbo's on 32, Heathcote's on 30, North Bendigo on 30. So they're a game and a half clear of Lockington and 2.5 games clear of Leachfield.
Now, if Heathcote beat Colbo this week at home, then Heathcote will go in front of
We'll
Colbo.
jump up to either second or
Yeah.
third, correct? Yeah.
And North Bendigo wins, so it means Colbo goes from second to fourth.
Yeah, such is tightness of that
Correct.
mid group in that top 5.
Yeah. So there's a fair bit to play for. I can't believe though that there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds left.
Yeah, it's coming up quick enough.
Yeah.
It only felt like the other day we were just talking about the very first round of the HDFNL, but yeah, it is. We're getting over through that, that mid-season hump, and yeah, and down on the downward slope, so to speak.
Indeedy. All right. Let's throw a few questions out there. The first one for me, Dave, to you is, and we kind of use it as a yay and nay. We can't sit on the fence, otherwise we get splinters in our bum, but we can't anyway. Kahuna, the meeting is on now, tonight, Wednesday, tonight.
Wednesday night,
sorry,
yep.
when I say that, the Kahuna people will present to all the presidents of the HDFNL.
Yeah, so it's a presentation to the member clubs of the HDFNL to accept entry into the competition. Look, I've heard both sides of the argument, and I'll still maintain I don't think clubs will be receptive to their proposal, purely on the basis that to have Kahuna will make them a 10th club, and that you will then eliminate the bye. And for clubs, they do cherish that bye in terms of it's 2 less games that you have to find player payments, and it's 2 less games where you have to request volunteers and resources, and it gives teams a break as well in terms of aid and recovery. So I think they're going to be the major sticking points that Kahuna is going to have to overcome to convince the clubs to accept them into the competition.
Yeah, I had this
So
on the netball show before, which you didn't watch, you never do. And it was about this, and the girls, like you just said, love their bye. They love their bye.
Yeah.
But, and they also said exactly what you said about the volunteers, etc. The problem I have with that is that you can have a bye in the Kings weekend, long weekend. You can have a bye. Take like Bendigo did last week. Just take the round off.
Yep.
There's your bye. You're missing out on one, but do it somewhere else if that's important. The other thing is that the money and all that, well, you're still getting your gate. You're still going to get your gate and be able to pay players. So that's not that big an issue.
Yeah, well, the gate doesn't cover the player payments.
No, it probably doesn't.
It goes towards, gate and bar and canteen sales wouldn't be enough. I wouldn't have thought at a country level to subsidise the cost of players. It's where they really get the big dollars is through their sponsorships. So they're going to have to go out and ask for more sponsorship in these tough economic times. I don't know if businesses can increase their spend, but it'll be interesting. And the travel factor is the other thing we haven't discussed.
Yeah, some of the teams in the Central Murray League are travelling 2 hours to play. I mean,
Yeah, but they're used to
every
that.
comp, eh?
They're used to that. This is the
Probably.
difference. Yeah.
Well, I would
Well, what's
suggest,
your view? What's your view? Is
well,
it a
I'd
yay or
suggest
nay for you?
Wrong to McCorner's a fair distance, mate. It'd
Yep.
be 2 hours.
Yep.
Some of the teams in the Maryborough Castlemaine League, from Harcourt to some right up to Lexington, that's a fair way. So I just,
Yeah.
the other thing is that what's the other thing I was going to say to you too is that with this week, Hartley have got the bye, right? But if you've got 10 teams, they then have a chance to pick up some points. At the moment, they're going to do nothing because they have a bye. That's how it is. So you can look at it
Yep.
that way as well. Yeah, sure, people
Yep.
get a break, but I don't know. I mean, it seems to be working well with Loddon Valley. I don't know if asked them at the end of the season whether they needed a break and whatever.
Yeah, well, that's right. Time will tell. So, all we can say is good luck to Kahuna and their submission.
Yeah, indeed. And it's up to the presidents to vote. And I've got no doubt they're probably a few of them will rang each other. And I think the
yeah.
only thing is, Dave, is that a lot of the players, a lot of teams would go, oh, well, we're not going to have, say, Kahuna flog our players or try and recruit because it is a fair way. So I could see that point of view. It'd be like Broadford and Bendigo. Broadford
Yeah, exactly.
cracked anyone from the
No,
Bendigo.
I do agree with that. The player base, although they did say they lost 6 players to Bendigo, that we were travelling up. So, you don't know. Anyway, time will tell.
It will, absolutely. Leach will
Now,
have someone to play 15 minutes down the road. That'll be different.
wow, that's probably the plus for them. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that
I
would
think
spark a good rivalry in the competition.
hour and a half from Bendigo, an hour 47 from Heathcote.
Yeah. Yeah.
And half an
Now,
hour.
I've got one for you.
Hey?
Now, I've got one for you, Brian.
Oh, wow. Hang on.
Now, unfortunately, over the weekend, we had the tragic news of the passing of a player down in Melbourne.
Yep.
Unfortunately, hit his head on what
Yeah.
they're saying is the cricket pitch. Your thoughts on the covering of cricket pitches? You've been a club president of a cricket club and you've played on some grounds around where they multi-use the facilities for both football and cricket. What's your view on just the synthetic covering of the pitches during the winter months?
Yeah. Well, first of all, condolences to young Fitzy's family and it's just sad that you lose someone that's gone out to play footy with his mates in the reserves and he just come home. It's just I can't even fathom how that would feel. I wouldn't know.
Nah, shocking.
So yeah, please rest in peace to young Fitzy. They have to be covered. I can't even believe when I saw it. I thought the same thing. I thought, why the hell have you not got it covered? And look, and this is gonna, and that obviously,
Well, it is covered, but it's covered with a synthetic covering. It's not the actual pitch. But there's no, I guess, soft fall in that covering.
Most of the grounds are covered with dirt.
Yeah, sand or dirt. That's right.
But the other issue is, and no one said this much at all, and now we're starting to talk about all these things. Clearly, there's going to be a lot more chat with this. Is that mate, some of those turf wickets are just as hard. They're like concrete.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So what do you do? What's the happy medium? And I'll spin it back to you. Is it you play in a bit of turf at the moment? Oh, actually, no, yeah, you play Division 4 now. But I would think because we're all conscious of it now and what's happened, I think there'll be a real big rethink in the whole thing. I like what Kalgoorlie does. They have covers under it, put the thing on top. It's a massive job, as you know.
Yeah.
But it could save a life.
Well, that's right. Yeah. So what they do, Calgary, for those that know, they put a synthetic layer over the top of the actual pitch, and then they'll cover it with sand. Takes a bit to put it on. It takes a bit to take it off. But at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're protecting those type of injuries from happening. I think the issue is ground scarcity in Melbourne, particularly in Metro Melbourne. You can't have a dedicated football and you can't have a dedicated cricket pitch because there's simply just not enough grounds to go around. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Some clubs or some grounds, council will put those rubber particles as a bit of a layer of it, but when they get wet, they get a bit slippery as well. So yeah, not sure what the
Well,
solution is there.
I can remember with the girls going to Melbourne, there was hardly any grounds at all that had coverings. There were, some had two pitches on them. Like okay.
Yeah, right.
I think what will happen because of insurance factors a whole lot is that the AFL, and this includes country, will have to do something with those because you can't. I mean, it's an accident sadly waiting to happen. I know he hit heads first, and then
Yeah,
it hit mate. It's concrete. You know that it's concrete. It's
yeah,
got
exactly.
about that much carpet on it. The rest is
Yeah,
concrete.
yeah, exactly. And it's a
And
solid
turf
footing
turns
too.
into concrete because it's so hard.
Yeah, that's right. And we've seen around some of the Bendigo clubs earlier in this year, in the BFNL. The middle wicket was just as like concrete because of the turf hardness. So yeah, it's an interesting one. And
The
like you
only
said,
the only thing though with your turf wickets is the light now. We've had a bit of rain, so it's not as bad.
yeah, it
Yeah,
softens up.
it
Yeah.
doesn't soften up synthetic. It's still hard.
No. Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know what? There's a lot of kids playing on it as well. So I think that whether it's the council or the school that owns the ground or whatever, it should be part of it that you get something on that ground because it's not just kids that are playing Saturday. School kids on school grounds are playing all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It'll
And
come
again,
up,
just
mate. It'll
condolences.
come up and they'll be asked for a solution to it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We better get on to this week's round of games.
Yes, indeedy, we will. We're glad to maybe have you back with us, but there's some big games on. The match of the round is out at Mount Pleasant. We'll talk about that coming up very, very soon, David. But yeah, probably the crucial one is at the two between the two L's at the L at Leachville, which you'd never ever get to anyway. But that will
I've got
be
this permanent ban, as you know.
Leachy Gunny and Lockie Vermorn. Geez,
Yeah,
it's
look,
hard to pick a winner, and and there's a lot to play for.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, it's another 8-point game for both sides. Look, Lockington probably a bit disappointed in their loss against Heathcote, which was a much needed win there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the chocolates. I think Leachville hanging in the 5 is just going to give them a bit too much to play for. So I'm going to go for Leachville up at Leachville against Lockington.
Yeah, I just reckon I don't know whether they had any injuries last week, Lockie, but they're down a few players anyway, and I don't. I just think Leachville at the moment have a little bit more to play for. And I could be wrong. If Lockie won, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm with you. I'm going probably Leachville as well. Tough one for
Yep.
White Hills at home to North Bendigo.
Yeah, traditional rivals back in the old Golden City League days. North Bendigo coming off a bye, so they get to be fresh as daisies. And looking at them 2 weeks ago against Elmore, they were unrelentless and did not take mercy on the bottom sides. And I think that's going to be the same this week. North Bendigo is going to be far too strong for White Hills down at Scott Street.
Yep, and unfortunately for White Hills is that they got a lot of kids playing and they can be inconsistent, and even last week, same thing, but look at it, they'll get there. This will be a good season for them, and next year they'll be up there, I reckon.
I'll be a good challenge for them too. And look, I'm sure Brad will have his players up and about for the game, and he'll be saying this is the standard, this is the yardstick that we need to
Yeah,
match if we want to be
he
a
will.
top 5 side.
He will. Look, Colbo Mount Pleasant is easy to go. Sorry, not Colbo. Take that back, Brian. Heathcote and Colbo is the match of the round. We haven't seen Heathcote for a little while. I haven't anyway. So you know more than I would. Colbo last week like I said, they were both. It was a messy game. It was a lot of pressure. It was wet. It was you're running in water that bloody deep, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
Yep.
I don't know. Heathcote. They just seem to be the old BP, the quiet achiever.
Yeah, I watched them a couple of weeks ago. Who they played? They played Leachville that day, and they were really up and about. It was a hard-fought win. They won by about 2.5 goals in the end. But if you recall, Heathcote knocked off Colbo in the corresponding game earlier in the year over at Colbert Evans. So they'll have it in the back of their mind that they've already done it once. But Colbert Evans, they want that double chance, and they don't want to get slipped down to 4th, which could quite easily happen this weekend. And then that puts them into a cutthroat elimination final. So this is probably for me the match of the round. I think Heathcote, like I said earlier, haven't done a thing wrong since they lost against Lockington, and the likes of Razanak and Dylan Johnson and Jarks has found some good form of late. I'm going to go with the Saints against the Hoppers in what's been a traditional arch rival game in the HDFNL between these two formidable sides.
And just a quick one too, question I was going to ask you before. Sam Cheatley Medal, Razanek, Sam Dunstan, who would be the third one? One of the Wharton boys?
Yeah, probably Wharton. And I wouldn't go past either. Uh, who is it? It is Ryan Alford for North Bendigo as well, as a bit of a darkie.
Ryan Alford.
Sorry,
And I
yeah,
saw Ryan's been playing twos most of the season, mate.
no, sorry, not Alford. Jordan Ford. Sorry, Jordan Ford,
Yeah,
number 7.
yeah. Rhino's a good man,
You think
mate.
I'd know me players by now, wouldn't you? Jordan
Probably, yeah.
Ford.
Yeah, 40.
Yeah,
Everyone at North's a chance. Young bloke that we bring up, Ruddy, because a chance as well, by the way, at North. He's had a
yep,
good season. The last game is the one that we do for our live coverage, which is Bounce and Elmore. How it goes with Nathan Kay playing for, he played pretty well last week for Mount Pleasant against his old club, Elmore, which he was the coach.
yep.
Um, he still plays. I tell you what, they've done all right because Mounts have picked up him to play footy and his girlfriend who played at South Bendigo to play netty. So
Netty, yeah.
not a
So they
bad,
got a
bad
combo
effort
deal, did they?
before June 30, mate. They always do it, Mounts.
Yeah,
So they're the kings of it, aren't they?
yeah. They got a combo deal, 2 for 1, which is good on them. Look, I think Mounts will be too strong, even though Elmore coming off a good win against White Hills last week. Although in saying that, Mounts have been a bit sketchy at home. So, if there was ever going to be an upset of the year, it would be against this. And I'm sure Luke Freeman will have his charges up and about. I just think Mounts are starting to, like you say, with Nathan Kay, there might be a little bit of
Niggle.
spice in this game. So players like to prove a point against their former team. And so, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But I think for me, it's going to be Mount Pleasant, probably by about 5 or 6 goals equal.
Yeah, I think so. Again, Elmore, when they play well, but it has to be for the whole game. And to beat
Yeah,
them, like Mount Pleasant, that is, after I saw last week, you have to, don't let them go for 5 minutes. They'll kick 3 or 4 goals. You're in big trouble.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
good
exactly.
sides do that. Yeah. So, there you go. We'll watch with interest how.
Driving a car
Oh, yeah.
around. And he took his car to the mechanics for a quick checkup. And while he was waiting for his car to be fixed, he goes into the nearby ice cream shop and makes a messy eating. Returning to check on his car, he asked the mechanic for the verdict, and the mechanic said to him, "Looks like you blew a seal." The penguin wipes his face and said, "No, that's just ice cream."
So this show's on. Oh, it's an earlier now. You're in trouble. It wasn't bad though. That was pretty good for you. This joke's about you, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
again.
yeah, it is. So my mate Dave walks into the bar. Right? He walks up to the bar and he says to the barman, "Mate, just grab us a beer, will you?" He says, "Yeah, no worries." Anyway, puts his hand in his pocket. He pulls out this thing and dumps it on the bar, and it's a little man. It's a little man, like this high, little man off the table. In the
So
other,
miniature Dave.
yeah, little Dave was it. And next week he pulls out this miniature piano. He sits it next to the little man, and barman says, "Well, what the hell's this?" He goes, "Well, watch this." Little man starts playing it, really good. Wow, that is unreal. What happened there? And he said, "Oh, I ran into a genie. He gave me one wish." And he went, "Well, hang on, whoa." He said to Dave, the barman, he goes, "Well, where do I see this genie?" And he says, "Well, he's just down the road, just down." Well, okay, look after the bar. I'm going to whip down there. He said, "Yeah, sure, mate, go for it. I've got this." And little man's playing his piano, Dave, and you're standing there. And anyway, 5 minutes later, the barman comes back and he's got all these ducks everywhere. They're everywhere, Dave. And Dave goes, "Mate, what's all this about?" He goes, "That genie that you told me to go down and see, there's something wrong with that genie. She's a bit weird." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "I'll ask for $1,000,000." And she gave me $1,000,000. Dave turns around and he goes, What do you reckon? What do you reckon I asked for a 12-inch penis?"
Ah, Brian.
A
Yes.
12-inch penis, Dave.
Penis.
Penis,
Yes.
12,
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
inch. Anyway,
Yeah. Just well, we could better put this on a bit later tonight, Brian. That's all I'm
yeah, I
saying.
think so. I think we'll put some. Yeah. Anyway, it's all fun. Just take it as it is. Bit of fun. Bit of fun.
Exactly.
Thanks, Dave. You've been so good. We might even have you back next week, I reckon.
Sounds like a plan.
Have a good week. We'll be listening for that great call of Dave Hancock, maybe out at Heathcote.
Who knows? Time will tell.
But he needs more than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it. Good afternoon and welcome to what's going to be a magnificent day. It's just beautiful, sun shining everywhere. You couldn't believe it. Is that right, mate?
I don't know where you're looking, mate, but I see completely different.
Yeah, it's a miserable, old, horrible day, but we are here, we are live, and we will do it in the rain because apparently that's what we do. So, first cab off the rank to the Elmore Footy Club, eh? It is a wet day, so things might even up a little bit. One straight.
Well, it is wet, but there is no wind, so there's no advantage to either side.
Yeah. Miserable all day here. So rucks again, it'll be Klein against Nicholas. They go at it. Klein, Nicholas got the tap, comes around the back. Holmberg got the kick, off hands again. The hands there too, nice work there by hand. Now comes out the side, trying to pick up, kick around the back there. Was Wharton. Now his brother's got it, swings it around the corner, Joel, got it smothered, trying to meet it in there. The work is hard for Nathan Kay against his old side. The other Wharton come through, this time Smith, Cullen Smith towards the boundary line, sets a pace for his teammate. He'll get there first. I think he will. Part of that is Xavier. Little short kick had to be good, isn't it? No, in fact, he's dropped the mark. Play on, ball smothered. Handball comes out, opportunity again. Oh, that's high, surely. Umpire didn't see it. And you're holding it. So what should have been a free kick to Mounts turned out to be an Elmore ball. So you wouldn't have liked that, Nathan Kay. Now the ball comes out wide. Kicks on its way out here. It's going to bounce in front of O'Toole. In fact, it beats everyone across the line. And they will ball it up. A good day for a barbecue, Daniel, I would have thought.
Good day if you're a duck.
Thrown in. Nicholas and Klein. Just to the back, Nicholas got the tap coming through O'Toole. Little swing underneath. Umpire said no, play on, so that was the call. Nice work by Matthew Philo. Little handball out of there. The umpire's blown the whistle though on Giffen. He'll get the free kick right in front of our commentary here. In fact, it didn't go to him, it went to Sammy Lees. So Lees plays on. Bangs it forward. Man back there. Can he take a mark? Yes, he can. Just read it so much better than his opponent. And he'll line up from about, goal, that is. Probably about 25 out.
Going around the body.
And remember again, yeah, exactly. Remember again, he was only here in front of us about 30 seconds ago. Round the corner. Umpire doesn't move. They've got two straight, Elmore. You'll say against the flow, there's absolutely no wind out here. It is wet, clearly, but the reigning premier and the team who's on top of the ladder 2 straight in the first term. We've only been going forward a bit minutes. So back in the middle, and Elmore. Well, they want to blow the siren right about now. That might work. So just waiting for the footy to come back. I might start the car, I think, Daniel. Otherwise, we'll get a flat battery with the wipers going.
Yeah, we don't want that. I don't know about you, but I don't think you can push that on auto.
I've heard that. Comes over towards our commentary. In fact, that's not going to go anywhere. Umpire comes in, about to blow the whistle. Hickman had a go at it. Little kick off the ground was missed. Now it comes out towards centre wing in front of our commentary. Little tap there. It was okay. Got to get rid of it. And he didn't do that in time. It was Dwyer. He feels how the ground feels at the moment. She's a little bit wet. The little kick goes backwards. See if they get something to go here, the co-coach Josh Hand. So Gibson bangs it towards the half-forward line, gains 50, off hands again. Couldn't take the mark, was Carter. Ran the corner by Wharton. Wharton going forward, up. Oh, he got up nice and high. And that one might be a little bit high, actually. He got up nice and high was Leonard Shannon, but didn't bring the ball down with him. Free kick to Elmore, last line of defence. So the ball comes out wide. Mark taken. This bloke's been good so far. So Philo. As we've got nice steady rain here. Not good for the Camels. They're not going to love it. So Dwyer just keeping possession. This time through Coghill. Kick wasn't great. Sits up for Mount Pleasant to maybe get away with it. Trying to get around the back was Nicholas. He left lofted possession. Now this is Coghill, goes back the other way. Kine struck, he just dropped it. And free kick going to go to Niall. So Niall, I reckon the long kick of the day is the way to go. Ball goes towards the half-forward line. Big stretch at the back there from Carter. He's opposite number 8, couldn't get there either in Irwin. Now it sits up, Kynes there, big punch from Nicholas though, coming through as sharp. Just handballs and hope more than anything. Now goes back towards Nathan Kay. He's not going anywhere. And the umpire says, give it to me. So, ball thrown up. Kine got the slap, goes towards Sharp. Can't pick it up, now he does, gets tackled. And again, just got rid of it in time. Swings towards the back, little pick-up had to be good by Green. Now turns around and kicks it forward as Hickman. Good mark. No, umpire said no. Handball over the top, went a little bit too far. Short one out wide was good, and they'll gain possession. Nathan Kay's got it. Nice work in there too by Triplet. So Nathan Kay plays on, gets around the boundary, horrible looking kick. Ends up in no one's arms. Swing around the corner was Wharton towards the goals. He's missed everything. Bounces over the head of his brother. And they will see it over the line. So yet to score. Mount Pleasant this quarter's been going nearly 8 minutes, thanks to Agnico Eagle. Wonder how the Camels are putting up with the rain up the top.
Probably loving it.
Probably are. Don't drink much water though, do they?
No, they don't. We just keep them going for about 2 summers, I reckon.
Yeah, probably throw them a bar of soap or something. Got the tap, goes towards the back. Sharp, put on it. Little kick going forward. No one can get it. Trying to go to the top was Hindenburg. Callaghan was the one. Swings around the corner towards Sharp again. No one can take a mark. Still they work hard in there. And it gets out the side. So what can they do here? Little kick was an interesting one. Just goes straight across the line. They come to meet it. Off hands again. It's a one-on-one. The old and there's plenty of numbers for Elmore. Holmberg's got to get rid of it. Decides to take player on, does so towards the half-forward line. Got to sit and wait, and he just gets a little push over the line. In fact, the ball stays in. Nice work by Willie. Gives it up. Little short kick comes out wide. Had to be good. Off the fist towards the boundary line. And they'll throw it back in. Nice work by Hornberg. Just in front of Jackson Nile. Right in front of us, commentary. We're on the right side today, Daniel. We've got a bit of action.
Yeah, hopefully it stays that way.
So, right in front of us. No one really got the tap. Goes towards Kay at the back. Around the corner. Nice work by Hand. Kick goes nice and long. Trying to take a mark. Bit of hanging on and going on there. I think everyone saw it on the 6 TV screens. So it'll be a free kick to Jackie Hickman, the old super suck. Not sure which way to go. Kicks it out wide. That's all right. Keep possession. So Ollie Bish, son of Stevie Boy, goes into the forward line. Who can get a grab here? It's all Elmore back there. That is a great mark of defence. And play on is the call. Joseph Harney does just that. Not the worst day to have long sleeves either. Ball comes back towards Sharp. Takes the mark for Elmore. Promising. What's the next kick like? Towards the boundary line. Had to be good. Went off the hands. Comes back towards Hindenburg. His handball was good. Round the corner. Now got to get rid of it as Edwards. Swing towards the boundary line. I think that's come off a few sets of hands. And it's not the heater I'm after, Daniel. It's the...
Well, now I can't hear you, mate.
It's not that, it's the wipers, mate. I'm just hoping that we don't get a flat battery, buddy. Ball bat be thrown back in. We'll have to get a sponsor like a Bond Batteries or something if that's the case. Or RACV would be good.
I'll tell you one thing, it's a good thing you're paying for the fuel.
Off hands again. Swings towards the back again. Settles. No one can really get a kick out of this. Just let it go with Edwards. Now the ball comes out wide. You've got to make an effort here. And little hand over the top. The umpire didn't pick that up. Swings around the corner. This is the co-coach Hand on his left. Bangs it forward. Out they come to beat it. Leonard Shannon couldn't get a hand on it. Neither Niall. Swings to the back. This is Carter, son of the coach. Off hands again. And in fact, that won't be a score either. So 11 gone this term. Mount Pleasant yet to score. So the throw-in will be down the camel end. You like that, mate? The camel end of Mount Pleasant. So umpire about to throw the ball back in. Rucks again. Leonard Shannon got the tap. Still no one can gain the possession. Trying to make his way through there is Nicky Edwards. Umpire says, give it to me. So Rucks
that's
again.
better.
Good slap. Tried to get out of there was Harney. Forgot to kick the footy. Now comes out the back. Little kick going forward. Did he trap it? Did he trap it beautifully? Little handball over the top. Now just got to set and run. They're taking it on today. Little kick. Nice work there by Gall. But it's all Mount Pleasant back there, and the mark taken by Wallace. He kicks towards the middle. That's not a good kick. Holmberg. The cap always does pretty well with it. Kick coming to Gall again, takes the mark. He's 55 out. Decides to swing it across the face. I'm not sure about that kick. He's looking for Sharp out there. He's got a bit of time, Sharp. Handball comes back. Now he's got to get rid of it. In trouble. And the idea was good. Wharton said, well, it was good because I got a free kick. So Alex Wharton. His kick just short. And now they'll swing it back the other way to Will Wallace. He takes a one-hander. Hindenburg's there, decides to bring it back the other way. Got a man out wide in triplet. And takes the mark. Play on. Waits for a little help. Little kick had to be good. Wasn't great. Swung across the back. Now they'll come through Edwards. Edwards tries to pick it up. Triplets there. Can't get a handle on it. Edwards says, I'm coming back for it. Now he gets tackled. You're in trouble. Big trouble. And the umpire agrees. So free kick to Holmberg, who's had a ripper first term. So the captain, short kick is good. Let's see what they can do out of this through Rothicker. Rothicker kick out wide's good. Gall again. In fact, it isn't Gall. It was Jackie Smith. Just sat it at the feet of his teammate, which was O'Dwyer, and they'll throw it back in. A little bit sapping in the wet, mate. Mind you, the rain's just stopped a little bit, Daniel.
I do need to wipe my lens. Bit of water on it.
You want a rag? I'll get you a rag soon.
I'll find one at quarter time.
Yeah, right. Done. Try to get a little kick out of there. There's Lukey Price. Now it comes around the back. Hickman's kick. Was that a mark? No. Play on from Hall. They jump over the top. This is a kick. Leonard Shannon takes it in front of us. He's got a lot of boys. He's just waiting on that. Now he's going to swing it across the other side. Sits up all right. Nice work by Hindenburg. He wanted it. Gibson sits it on his right, kicking, going forward towards Carter. Off hands again. Bounces at the bottom of the pack. This is Harney. Got to pick it up. Got to get rid of it. He does just that. Here comes Elmore through the middle of Mount Pleasant Recreation Reserve. That's a good kick. O'Dwyer doesn't waste any time. He's looking for Smith nice and wide. He's got a 2-on-1 here, so it's going to have to sit for him. He's going to have to do something. He gets pushed out of the way at the last second. And they might be right. They might get out of things with Triplet. Swings up to a teammate. Says, give us a bit of a chance here. Oh, that's a good mark right in front of us. This boy's been good too. Lucky goal. Centres it. Plenty of Mount Pleasant numbers. Oh, he said leave it. And it was a good decision to leave it. Just couldn't take the mark one, right? And the umpire says, give it to me. 15 gone first term. Thanks to Agnico Eagle, and the Camels, and Daniel, and everyone else that's here.
I love how the Camels come before me.
It's a great call, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
The Camels before me. You've got Nick, the #1 Super TV cameraman.
Which happens to be your brother, so, you know.
Feeling the love here, mate.
So, Whiting's tap to a teammate went nowhere. They'll do it all again. I thought we were getting this rain a little bit later tonight, actually.
My research said 1 o'clock start, so...
I should take your word for it, Paul. So Smith comes out, swings around, loses his footing now, has to get rid of it, did so legally, slips off hands. It's got to be like that most of the day, you would think. Now it comes back the other way. Here's an opportunity for Truick. Kicks towards the pocket. Wallace got a hand on it. And I'll see it over the line in front of the reunion today. The 2006 reunion boys are up the top of that. There, they probably don't give a stuff about the footy, but the stories will be long. So, ball at ground level, a little kick out of there by Hickman. Now bounces across the, they should be able to get out of this Mount Pleasant towards the boundary line. Edwards takes the mark, wastes no time, gives it back, hand, short, got a man here in Carter. So Carter brings the boundary line closer to him. Can't take the mark. Leonard Shannon coming in to meet it. Oh, ball bounces wide. This is Harney. Just got tackled as he got rid of it. Hickman's in there too. Little handball out from Gall. Coming through as Triplet. Beat a couple back to Carter. Carter, what's he found? That's smart footy. It's not going to bounce right. Hindenburg's got a chance to just sink the slipper. Doesn't. Just kicks wide. Kick wasn't too bad, but the man in front took the mark. And nice work in the end by Cox. So here they are off to the races that they could have been. That's nearly a good mark. In fact, it is. Nice work in the end by Big Nicholas. Kick goes to the middle. So Mounts through hand. He waits. He's got Hindenburg short. Might go back to Nicholas. In fact, it's not Nicholas out there. Might be Wallace, and it is. So he decides to do what he probably should have done in the first place. They come out to meet it. Over the top there. Whiting can't pick it up. It's not going to be an easy day. He's got pressure on him from Philo. They come through. Philo goes in again this time. Clash of heads there too. Gee, going in pretty hard. Smith out the back, round the corner from Hickman. Bounces funny because it's a footy. Here's an opportunity again. So Cox has been in play towards the boundary line. It's all Mounts back there in Nicholas. Might change direction or think about it. In fact, he doesn't. Just sits it up, looking for Hindenburg back there. Got one grab, got the second grab. Good mark. Play on, short kick. Had to be good and is. Leonard Shannon gives it back. Across the face was Wharton, looking for the other one. Now it sits at the bottom of the pack. Kick away was good by Hughes. Now it's coming back. He's had plenty of opportunities. Triplet just says, get out of my way, I want a goal. Kicks towards the boundary line. It's a horrible old thing. Bounces in front. He goes after it again. They all jump on top. Comes out the back. Can't take it. Triplet again. Towards the boundary line. Little handball over the top. Nathan Kay. How's he going to sit it? And it stays in. In fact, it's out now. So they'll throw it back in. Now that might look pretty good on the screen. Not you rubbing the camera, by the way, but you know. So, I'm sure the free kick was 4, but it comes in. Yeah, nice work. Elmore. This is Hughes. Handball on. Now it comes back again. Philo swings towards the boundary line. It's gone a little bit too far for goal. Might have been Munro, actually, it was. So they'll throw it in, probably about 50 out from Elmore's goal. 19 goal on this term. Mount's yet to score.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. So ball thrown back in. Big slap at the back there. Hickman, just let it go. Going in hard at the moment. Still, no one can get a handle on it. Handball comes over the back towards Gall. Gets on his left, kicks it forward, but it's a mark back there to Wallace. And Will Wallace just decides to bring it wide towards Nicholas. Right in front of what's a pretty big crowd here. They're all undercover, as you'd understand. Kick coming in, not the greatest kick. Now they come back to try and meet it. Bottom of that pack, yeah. I reckon if you're going in first today, you're on a winner. That's Lukey Price. He's not going to take a backward step, the youngster. So Price just comes back. Was that a mark? No, it wasn't. To Lees. Now they decide to kick it. Not a mark again. Over the top. Still, no one can get a ball out of that. And they'll throw it back in. So 20 gone this term. Thanks to Agnico Eagle. And also to the White Horse Fish Shop. Give some of the sponsors at Mount Pleasant a bit of a plug too. The Two Lane Pub's just down the road. Capacity Concreting, there's a lot of sponsors. Oswald, Indigo Bank, the list goes on. Ball comes out, now a little kick off the ground by Wallace. They're coming to meet it, bit of fresh air for Mounts going forward. Coming out to meet it, that's a good mark. And Triplet, who's been, sorry, take that back. Off hands again. Bish, sorry, not Triplet. Still they go in. Was it a high tackle from Bowles? I'm pretty sure it was. So it'll be a free kick to Giffen. He's just feeling the effects of that high tackle. So Giffen, now handball's off. Wobbly old thing again. Had to take the mark, couldn't do that. Philo. Now he gets it ground level, got to try and get rid of it. Umpire said you sat on it. Smith wastes no time, the captain. Bangs it on his left for Mounts going forward. And they get a grab here. Coming back, it's a 2-on-1. It's always going to be a little bit difficult. Right over the top of it was Hahn. Ground level is Harney. He's trying to make his way through too. Goes in after it again. Got a teammate helping out and Gall back there. Still no one. They're doing a bit of umpiring there, except it's not the umpire doing it. So I think we'll really get a stalemate here. They take a long time to blow that whistle.
Yeah, umpire just put it in his pocket for a little while there.
Yeah, you're right. So off hands again. So good slap from Nicholas. Round the corner. Kick away was good by Gilmore. Bounces at ground level, trying to get around. It was good work by the youngster in Bell. Centre wing trying to pick it up. Wharton has to get rid of it. How did that happen? Didn't. Little kick went nowhere. Now they might get out of it. They do so through Sharp. But it's Wallace back there. They've got all the numbers back. Mounts, they just haven't scored. So let's see how they go this time. As the rain starts to pick up a little bit. This is Bell. Going to go sideways. In fact, he goes towards the middle. Interesting kick to Wallace, and now he decides to bang it forward. The kick's good too. Did a set play there, I would have thought. So Gibson to the pocket at the back there. Can't take the mark and gives it away. Here's an opportunity for Triplet. His kick wasn't great. Swings towards the back. Little one off the ground. I reckon they've got there first. And they had through the big fella, I reckon, in Nicholas. Yeah, they have. So first goal to Nicholas for mounts. This term, it took 24 minutes, thanks to Agnico Eagle. That's a long time to get a goal.
It is a very long time. Not the mounts we're used to seeing.
No, exactly right. Spot on. So one straight.
But in saying that, Elmore only has 2, so I think it's going to be the theme of the day.
Yeah, got to keep the pressure up, Elmore. Umpire comes in. Rucks go at it again. Kine got the tap. Over the back, here's another opportunity. Smith bangs on his left. Wharton comes out. Can he get there? He does. Looks like one of those cricket catches you never want to be under. So Wharton moves it quick. Looking for Leonard Shannon back there. He can't take the mark. Ground level. Coming through is Hickman. Gets a handle on it. Gets around one. Jackie Hickman has a shot at goal and puts it through. Probably the goal of the day. And I know it's the first term, but wow, that's a good goal by Hickman to level up the scores here at Mount Pleasant. So no goals for 24 minutes. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. Work that out, Daniel.
I don't know, maybe something just clicked.
Could be, too. 2 straight even. 25 gone this term thanks to Bendigo Bank Community Banking.
Maybe it's that cold, it just took them a little while to warm up.
Could be that too. Could be a lot of things, mate. Could be a water buffalo. I don't know. Anyway.
Probably more a camel than a water buffalo.
Yeah, it could be that. So, Kine got the slap, gave it a second slap just for luck. Bottom of that pack trying to make his way through Gilmore. Handball in hope. Mounts with numbers at the back there. Wallace again. Bangs on his right kick going forward. Mark not taken by Hickman. Just kicked a ripper goal. Got a little push there. I think it might be there. Umpires, yeah, I thought so, yeah. Free kicks going back to Hickman. So out towards the boundary, that's not a good kick. Coming through, no one can really get it. Leonard Shannon's at the bottom of it, gets dropped with the ball. Trying to make his way through, do the hard work is Philo. Comes back to 2-on-1 back here as Hand takes the mark. In fact, no, it's back the other way, righto. So Dwight gets the free kick. And probably in a day like this, just want to kick it really long. Mind you, they've got a man beyond the play in Wallace here, so I see that. So Hughes is watching with interest what happens here. Over the top, they went over the top of everyone. Over the fence.
I almost marked that one.
So had a bit of a laugh, the 2 lads there. And Whiting and Gall. As they throw the ball back in, it's a little bit short. Umpire says play on though. This is Hickman. He's been great on a day where you shouldn't be able to do that, but he's got great skills. Great tackle on Hindenburg. Ball comes out. Hickman says, well, if you can't do it, Ricey boy, I can. Out towards the wing. No mark. So that will be quarter time here at what is now, believe it or not, Daniel, a sunny Mount Pleasant.
I didn't think we were in Melbourne.
Just weird, isn't it? Like, what's going on in this world? But anyway.
4 seasons in one day. Good name for a song.
Yeah, I've heard that, yeah. All right, we'll take a break. Back in a moment. We'll have some scores from the other ground. HDFNL Live, Super TV. But he needs more than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the Tag 125 Light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight. Gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, McCurry. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, McCurry pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front, let's see if he can do it. He's out in front, I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing, McCurry's going to have one little last go, gives him a little shove, down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay, he's crashed. He will be ropeable.
Lovely thing about together. It goes a long way.
High contact, number 22, your free kick right there.
Ladies and gents, everyone's in, everyone's here. Fantastic. What a great turn up. What a great idea. All ideas are great ideas, but it takes people to actually put it together and do all the prep behind it. And I'm sure we've all been culprits in the past of having great ideas, but letting it go after a few weeks and going, nah, too hard. This guy here beside me and his friends, nothing's too hard for them. To Melbourne, Bendigo to Melbourne, to Canberra to Bendigo. So let's hear from the Mayor of the City of Greater Bendigo, Thomas Prince, everyone.
Thanks, mate. Hey, first of all, it's really lovely to see so many people here today. So as you start the walk, I just hope that you remember something a little different and start doing things a little different. I hope that when you really hear someone ask, how are you? I hope you really answer it. Don't give them the, I'm good. Tell them how you are really feeling. And I hope when you ask it, to really mean it. Don't let it just be a throwaway question. Commit to it. Prepare yourself for the answer that you might get. Be willing to walk with someone through whatever might come next. Because a person's how is not an individual responsibility, even though it can feel it. It's something we share as a part of being human. You know, we're not designed to be on this world alone. We do it together. So I hope you remember today, during this walk, long after it ends, the how really matters. Thanks for being here. Thanks for caring enough to showing up. And thank you for taking these steps.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant, where obviously things are about to get underway again. We are right to go for the second term. And the score is correct, by the way. Yep, it is absolutely spot on. It is 2 goals each. So, the stalemate on the half-forward flank. Elmore going to the Camel end. And I say the Camel end, which is the Colwell end. And probably the best way to say it is the Heathcote end is where Mount Pleasant are going. Good tap from Nicholas. Ball comes out wide. Still. And umpire's picked out a free kick. It is going to Elmore. That's some scores for you too coming up shortly. This is Giffen. Doesn't think he can make the distance, so sits it up to bob the old horrible thing going towards Harney or Smith it might be. In fact, it was Gall. You reckon out of the 3 of them, Daniel, I would have got the name right. But anyway, over the top there's Wharton towards the boundary line and they'll throw it back in.
You want to know what fascinates me, mate? That coach's box that they said we couldn't be in looks like it's got plenty of room in it.
All right. It's good to see you don't hold grudges, that's the way. Thrown in, slap from Nicholas at the back. Boys, I kicked out a free kick and I reckon it's an Elmore job. Yeah, it is. So Sharp pushes his opponent out of the way. Now I was going to say he's in trouble, but he got out of it. Sharp on his left, bangs it forward. Gould's back there, couldn't take the mark. Sits at ground level. No one can get a handle on it. Swings it round the corner. Was triplet towards the boundary line and I'll see it over. So second term, just going to get round the grounds. It is a deficit for, quarter time. Damien Cairns, thanks Damo. Colbo 3-3-21, Heathcote 1-2-8. That is quarter time at Pidgey Park over there. Up at Lockington Leachy, it's a tie. It's no, it's not. Leachy Gunny 22, Lockington 9. That is quarter time there. And in the other game, which is White Hills and North Bendigo, as triplet goes forward. Here's a big opportunity. Leonard Channon, will it bounce for him? It should sit up. It will. He'll run straight in and put it straight through for the first term and the first goal to the home side. So 3 straight 18. And it took him 24 minutes to get a goal in the first term. And Leonard Channon says, well, if I've kicked the goal, this is what happens in regional footy. He's got to go and get the footy himself once he kicks it. All right, someone's got it for me. So, even better if the bloke beside us would stop his car. To the middle. Just 2 minutes 50 to score the first. As Big Jace comes in to bounce the ball. In fact, he won't do that. He'll just throw it up as he does. Rucks again. No one really got a definitive tap as they swing in there. Sharp was at the bottom of it. Coming out with Smith. He did well, Smith, in the end. Gave it across to Nathan Kay. He goes out wide. Ball sits. Numbers with Elmore. Might get out of it if they can get through. Looks like it's a bit of a stalemate out there on Smith. Jack Smith, that is, who got a couple of Smiths today. So Rucks go at it again. Good slap at the back. Trying to get through was Coghill. Ball comes back again, but it's all Mount Pleasant. And Joel Wharton takes the mark. Off hands again. Now Kay might go to free kick here. He will. Just got him a little bit high. North Bendigo 26, White Hills 19. That's quarter time at Scott Street. The man who coached the Elmore Footy Club only a couple of years back, Nathan Kay, now playing for Mounts, will have a shot from about 45. Not sure that ice cream stand at the back there, Daniel, is getting good business today.
I don't think I would be partaking myself.
It's not an issue, would you think. Ball's on its way, that's no problem at all. Accuracy is good and they love it. He's playing against his old club, so they'll get around him. And whilst that might not seem like much 2 goals, but the game's been short on goals up to this point. So Nathan Kay, the reason they got around him is that he is playing against his old club. No doubt probably copping a bit of stick out there, as you would. So back in the middle. Rucks again. This time Kine got the tap. They all jump on top. Little kick off the ground by Kine was good, sharp. Now it comes out again, this time to Lees. Kick goes forward, big punch at the back there. Coming out is Niall, he can't take it. Coming through, was it a little bit high? Umpire says no on Gifford. And gee, that's good mark defensively by Smith. So the captain, no one on the mark, so play on is the call. He brings it towards the middle, had to be a good kick and was. Wharton gives it across. This is Kay again. Bangs it on his left foot going forward. No one can take a mark back there. She'll swing across the line. And I like that pole there. Don't you enjoy that?
Oh, I love it. In fact, the rain's just eased off, so I might just move it a little bit.
Geez, look at that. Oh, don't get it on the camera, mate. God. I could nearly get out, but I won't.
Of course you won't. Why would you?
Yeah, it's a great call. Off hands again. Still. See up the top there. There's a few up there, Daniel. They'd be enjoying themselves up the top.
Yeah, good view up there.
Swing round the corner. Morton, not a mark though. Decides to kick long. I don't think he's missed it. He has. So, first point of the game by the team comes fixed into the second. 2 straight Elmore on the Whitehill Swiss Shop scoreboard here at Mount Pleasant. Already round 13.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's gone quick. Ball comes out towards, so I reckon he might have kicked it out of bounds to the full there. Yeah, it did. So, it was a great kick. Kind of knew when he kicked it. You see the head came back from the youngster Munro. Kick comes into the forward line over the back there. Bell's taking a mark. So Joey Bell's going to line up from about 30 out. I'd like to say that's a scoring end, which it is, but there's no win whatsoever. I'm not seeing any.
I can feel a little bit off my back, which might help him a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely won't hinder.
Bell lines up. Right in front of a big crowd here at Mount Pleasant. It's on its way.
It's offline.
Offline there, thank you, Daniel. That's straight Elmore. 10 points over at Heathcote. Colburn Abbott lead. Second term's done about the same as here. And Leachy Gunny have a 15-point lead at Lockington against Lockie. Just let that go, Giffen. Now he's got to just pick it up and kick it. Coming out towards O'Callaghan. He can't take the mark. O'Dwyer, I said, not O'Callaghan. Smith's in there too for Elmore. He just stole it. Needs to get rid of it and did. Now they're going after it again. Off hands from Wharton. Right in front. It's the best spot to be.
Yep.
The gloves on, mate.
Yeah, hands are getting a bit frozen up. It's not raining anymore, but still bloody cold.
Cold, yeah, right, exactly. So, thrown back in. Got the tap there. Came across, though, to Coghill. Gave to a teammate who was under pressure. So, we're about 60 out from Mount's goal, who found their mojo just at the moment. So Big Jace, the umpire, says, look out, boys, here I come. Big slap from Nicholas. I think you're hanging on here. It's an Elmore free kick. We'll come back to Holmberg. So Holmberg, next kick had to be good and is. So Dwyer, he's got a man sideways, decides not to go that way. Now play on is the call. Not sure about that. Lees, he went sideways as well. Gives to a teammate out there in Gilmore. Gilmore's got to up and go. I reckon that he's got one high, Gilmore, so it'll be a free kick. It's going to come back, and I think Sharp will take the free kick. So Sharp looks like he's having a shot on goal. So kicks on its way. It's never going to be a goal, by the way. I was playing it up then towards the boundary line. Triplet comes out to meet it, doesn't get it towards the line. I'll see it back over and I'll throw it in. About 40 out from Elmore's goal. Yet to score from the quarter time. That's their quarter time score. So slap towards the back. No one can get a clean possession. Hindenburg's at the bottom, Whiting. Now he's still got it. He's going nowhere with that. There's a little push and shove in there. It's all gone quiet here, mate.
Mm.
So Rucks again, good slap. Good smother. Geez, you feel that in the fingers on a day like this. Coming through is Hickman. Let it go, though. Just need the next one, Elmore. Umpire says you better give it to me. So, bottom of that pack. Rucks again. Good slap. Now I can get a clean possession. Bottom of the pack. Little handball over the top. Didn't have it there for a minute. Now it goes back in after Hughes pushed it back in there. They might get out of it here. In fact, they will. This is Niall. He's got a man short if he decides to go there. He decides to come back the other way for Hindenburg. He's got Hickman. Always a safe bet to be kicking it to Jackie Boy. Edwards calling for it right in front of us. That short kick had to be good, and it is. Now back to him. Hickman got to get through a couple. Did that easy. Got around O'Dwyer. Kick goes long towards the boundary line. Big slap at the back there. No one can get a clean possession. Ground level over the line. And they'll see it back in. So 12 gone this term. Not much in it this game here at Mount Pleasant. Everyone's going home, mate. They're going home to watch it, are they?
Everyone's going home to watch it on Super TV.
I thought that was the case, yeah. Oh, not with a starter motor like that. So, back to the footy. We haven't gone too far. And the umpire says, give it to me. Sounds like my Yaris first thing in the morning. But it's only been doing it for about 5 years, so can't be that bad. So still we go nowhere on the centre, the half-forward flank. Now the ball comes out. Some clear air. It's going to roll across the line and does just that. And they'll see it over. So umpire says, righto, we'll run right in and do it this time. Slap from Nicholas. Oh, gee, that's high. We all saw it. Probably no need for it, but it was high. He's a tough little bugger, Triplet. So Adam Triplet thinks he's got the trip. Kick is on its way. It's not going to make the distance. Off hands, or can someone take a mark? They might just bang it through, and they do no. So it's going to end up being was it a point in the end, mate?
Nah, free kick.
Free kick. Kick comes out wide. Plenty of advice out there from the Mounts boys. 2006 Premiership. Handball over the top. So you use that centre wing there. Comes back the other way. No one can get a clean possession. Bursting his way through here. It's on here too in the middle. Not the smartest idea in the world. A lot of push and shove. Umpire just says, give me the ball. And I don't know if they've noticed, but there's a camera on them. Not the smartest thing. It'll be a free kick to Elmore, I think, in the end. Or will it? Yeah, free kick it will be to Elmore. So it'll be Philo that takes the free kick. Waits for everyone to catch up. So big one out there. Shannon Lannon couldn't. Leonard couldn't take the mark. It's coming back. We've just got numbers here. Mount Pleasant.
Was that mate Shannon Lannon?
Yeah, I couldn't get that out.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I just invented a new name for him. Niall. Little handball. Nicholas got to swing around the corner. Can he take a mark? He bounces a bit funny. This is Edwards. Gets there first. Now loses it. Back. Trying to work hard in there. Now they lose it again. And look out. This is Carter. Hasn't had a lot to do, Carter, but this time delivers towards the forward line. Wharton will get there. No, he won't. Right in front of Sammy Lees, and they'll throw it in. 4-2-26, 2 straight 12. This quarter's done nearly 16 minutes. Slap at the front there. Edwards ran past it. Trying to make his way around the other side. Couldn't get there in the end. This is Hickman. Oh, he gets a high tackle, Hickman. He's opposite number 3, Sammy Lees. So the old super suck Hickman. Play on is the call. Makes it easy. Swings it. Centres it. Who can take a mark back there? It got up nice and high. It was Carter, but he's across the line and they'll throw it back in. So we're a bit behind down at White Hills, Daniel. What do you reckon? There was a halt in play and it's not an injury. What do you think it was? You had to guess. What would you think there'd be a halt in play for? That's not an injury. There's no one's got injured.
Weather.
No, it wasn't the weather. The footy went flat.
The footy went flat.
Burst of footy. That's the first for a while.
They didn't have a spare one floating around?
Oh, you don't think of it though. You don't expect that to happen or you lose it. So ball thrown back in. Sunshine here at Mount Pleasant. Sharp's handball over the top. Not sure who he's looking for. Hasn't found anyone anyway. Now it comes out the back. Nice work there just to get a kick away was Cox. At their first to it at the moment, Mounts, and they'll do it again unless it goes back. This is Sharp. Going to go in after it, this youngster. Sit on top of him, triplet that is, and they will throw it back up.
I'll be interested to see the replay at White Hills later tonight on Super TV.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, kicking around a flat ball. Slap from Nicholas. Stalemate there. They're not cheap either, the footies they use.
No, they're not.
I reckon they're up around nearly $300 for a footy. Sharon.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Just not inflation of the football.
Just got a little handle out of there. Hindenburg tried to kick it off the ground. Sits at ground level again. Now a little kick out of there by Wharton. No one can take a mark, or can they? No, they can't. Pick up. Oh, just got a
swing and a miss.
Yeah. She's a bit our captain office. And Butler, who hasn't had much to do with the game today, will get probably close to his first possession. It'll be a shot on goal. So Nick Butler, and you can see behind him the crowd. Here's a nice crowd. They've all started to come out and the sun's out, Daniel.
It is.
Look at them. Come from everywhere. So Butler shouldn't miss and doesn't. So another one for the Mounts. And a promising start by Elmore. Is now starting to turn a touch ugly, unlike the weather. So 5-2-32, 2 straight Elmore.
Well, the weather's kind of come good for now, so maybe Elmore wants the weather to turn ugly again.
Yeah, you probably want to be in front, though, when that happens. They're not nearly, 20 points down. They need the next one. They've gone 19, 20 minutes nearly without a score, Elmore. So umpire comes in. Umpire field. Rucks again. No one can get a convincing tap. Look at this bloke. Best on ground so far. Hickman just swings out. Kick going forward. That's a good mark in defence, though. So Truick goes short. Sharp decides to play on. Now centres it. Coming out to meet it. Hindenburg won't get there first. Goes towards the back. Here's an opportunity. Did he have it? Umpire said play on. Little handball from Gibson. We've got a stalemate. About 50 out from Elmore's goal. They trail by 3 straight. Make that 3-2. Rucks again. No one could get much out of it. Little kick out of there was good by Nathan Kay towards the centre of Mount Pleasant Recreation Reserve. And he gets collared. Young Carter. So they go again. Big slap this time. Now it's going to come back the other from hand. Tried to get a little handle on it. Couldn't. Now chases it again. It was Bowles. And they'll see it over. So right in front of the Mount Pleasant coaching box. It looks a bit vacant up there, Daniel.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Looks like there might be enough room for a camera.
Not too late, mate. We've got 2 quarters left.
It's too much effort now.
So off hands again. Nicholas got a little handball out. Trying to make his way, believe it or not, Hickman. Shock horror. This is Hindenburg. Out towards the boundary line of Whiting. Sorry, not Hindenburg. They both got a ball. It's gone. He's got his co-captain in the middle. Hard. Screaming for it. Hand, I should say, not hard. Thinking of the beer. Now he kicks the ball nice and long. Who's back there? Can't take a mark. Was Jackson. Carter. So it'll be a free kick for some reason. Not sure. Bell's got it. So Bell plays on quickly. Swings it across looking for Leonard Shannon. Can't take the mark off hands. Wharton gets there. Just a little toe poke to his brother. Around the corner off hands. Again towards the line. And they might just see that one through, and they do. (5-3), 2-zip. Late stages this term. 22 gone. We're into red time. Here at Mount Pleasant. So kick goes out wide. Seem to be using that flank a little bit out there. No one can take a grab. Good tackle ground level. Wallace turns around, just kicks it in hope more than anything. They come out to meet it. Tried to get a little handle on it was Wharton. Now it swings around the corner and just a loose ball. And they are the kings of making things happen. Mount Pleasant. Smith, the captain, says, how about that, boys? Said, I'll lead by example, and you did, Cullen. So another goal to Mount Pleasant. And I reckon it's only the second term and already a bit of advice over the fence, Daniel. I reckon there might be a bit more in the next few quarters.
I think there might be a lot more coming.
6-3-39, 2 straight Elmore this term. It's done 23 minutes. And we're back to the drawing board for Elmore. It's only 4 goals, but it feels like a mountain at the moment. So, Pye comes in, throws it up. Nicholas got the tap. I say Sharp should get there first, but doesn't. Swings it across. Smith gets uploaded. And Wharton's on the top of him, so they will throw it back up. Rucks again. Kine got the tap. Ground level. Trying to get out of it. Kick off the ground by Triplett. Now they chase. He goes in after again, Triplett. He had a man. Yes, that's going to be 15. Play on is the call. So Elmore gets something going. Swings towards the back. Nice effort there by Gall. Gave it to a teammate who was collared. Oh, I reckon that's high. Yep, so free kick to Nathan Kay. Is it Nathan Kay back there? I'm pretty sure it's hand, actually. Play on it is, and he does just that. Kicks it nice and long. Coming out is Shannon. Here I go again, Leonard Shannon. I nearly swore then.
It's in your head now.
Yeah. Leonard Shannon just kicks it nice and long. Who can take a mark? Big grab there. Umpire said no, he didn't have it for long enough. Off the ground again by That man who decided to just kick it out goal. And that's not the spot you want to be if you've got an Elmore jumper on, just in front of that boundary line. They're about 6 or 7 deep, and that's just the beers.
Minimum.
So, yeah, minimum it would be too. So Nicholas got the slap round the corner, got rid of it. Handball, she probably could have kicked it, Philo.
Drink responsibly, of course.
Of course, always. Do everything responsibly, mate. Bet the whole lot. So umpire throws it back in. Trying to get through. Just pushed himself out of the way with Jolly Wharton. So they go again. Nicholas got a tap again. Got a stalemate happening in the pocket. Try to get a little kick on it. And just as soon as they get the footy, Elmore, they get collared. And Hand was the tackler there. Cox gets himself out of it and says, geez, that hurt. Nicholas tried to tap it on. They jump on top. That's got to be in the back, and it is. I was trying to match it for physical stuff here, but there's rules, and one of them is in the back. So Wharton's going to have a shot from about 40. Distance should not be an issue. Mind you, it is wet. So kicks on its way. Looks pretty good.
Straight over the goal umpire's head.
Yeah, I was going to say, he would have got the distance another 10 back. So good kick from Joel Wharton. And all of a sudden, we've got a very one-sided game. 7-3-45, 2 straight Elmore. And this term is hasn't had a lot of time in it, but I'm sure Elmore would like it to finish really quick.
And this is the mounts we're used to seeing, Brian.
Well, we are. We saw them last week against Colbo, and again, it was a bit of a wet day over there, but they just they did what mounts do, and they're doing what they want to do again today. So back in the middle, thanks to Agnico Eagle Akaya. Eagles everywhere. So the sun's gone back in. The camels are drying themselves off. And now the footy's back on. Good slap from Nicholas. Hickman trying to get through. Pick up, just kick away from Holmberg. Coming out, nice work there by O'Dwyer.
Yeah. Good hands.
O'Dwyer. Oh, hang on. Oh, we just asked him to come back. I think he thought it was going to be 50. Have a shot from there, youngster. So Matthew O'Dwyer. I reckon he's got the distance. And don't they know? Decides to go short. That's a good kick. So
Clever play there.
Yeah, it's found Jack Smith, who's about 30 out now, and Jack likes a goal.
Wet day, heavy ball, just didn't back himself, so found a good good opportunity.
Correct. Jack Smith, 30 out, not going to waste any time. Not going to throw the grass up, not going to do any of that. He's going to come and kick a goal. Watch this. Bang, it's on its way. No, he's not. He's going to kick a point. So that's their first score for this term. It's taken a while. 2-1-13. $28 gone, nearly 29 this term.
Red time indeed.
Red time. Thanks to Community Banking and Heathcote. Short kick out wide's good. So Willie hasn't had a lot to do this term. It's been mostly up Mount's end. And the sun's out, do you believe it? Play on through triplet, kick towards the lines, good Hickman. Just have to wait. It's going to go back. They might have got a signal from the bench that there's not a long time to go. Got the coach there in hand, decides not to go there, gives it back to Wharton.
He's chewing the clock a little bit here, I think.
Yeah, agree. It goes to centre wing off the hands of Leonard Shannon. You like that? Got it right.
You did.
Now, no one can get out of it. So nearly 30 gone this term. as the sun sneaks its way through here. Still at ground level. So again, the man who's been pretty clean. It's Hindenburg that came through, off hands again. Sharps there, runs over the top of it. Here comes Elmore. Opportunity, little kick out to be good and wasn't. Plenty of men for Smith to kick it to. Decides to go out towards the centre wing. Looking for the safety of the boundary line there and to suck up a bit more of the clock. See the scoreboard up on the super box over there too. I just got a sneaking suspicion that was just somebody thought it was a good idea, but no one was ever going to change the score.
Well, I think it might be there in case there's a power outage or something like that.
Could be that too. So Elmore, can they get one before the break? Now they come through. What's next though? Keep going forward. There's no one back. Off hands again. Plenty of numbers for Mounts. Trying to make his through way is Wallace. Wallace from Willie. Back to Wallace again. He wastes no time and kicks it nice and long, and that's what happens. So,
that's a good passage.
Yeah, look, it is indeed. So Carter's going to have a shot, the son of the coach. He was terrific last week against Colbo and doing a roll-up forward for his club. Might have been the last kick this term. I reckon they've gone to sleep in the time box. 31-40 gone. So Carter, distance not an issue. Should be able to kick it and does. So big term for the Mount Pleasant boys. 8-3-51, 2-1-13. Get around the grounds as we do, because we have boys everywhere today doing their thing. So back in the middle. Umpire says play it on. Okay, so here we go. Kine just got a little boot to it. Just sits nicely for Smith. Gets tossed off it when he kicks it. Got his kick away though. Comes towards the back. Holmberg had to go out wide. Dwyer's there. Also, oh gee, that's got to be high. Umpire saw it too. Good decision on the youngster. Now keep going forward towards the boundary line. Gee, it's good defensively. Oh, and left something behind too. Hindenburg now got to get rid of it and does that. But that will be the siren. 33 minutes in this term. And it's a commanding position for the Mount Pleasant Football Club, 8-3-51. Elmore 2-1-13. And we'll just check some of the scores. Around the ground. That's not one of the scores. Yeah, we'll come back and do that. Half time here at Mount Pleasant. The home team lead 51-13 Super TV. Thanks to many sponsors, including Agnico, Eagle, and Bendigo Bank Community Banking and Heathcote. Super TV. But he needs more than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the Tag 125 Light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight, gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, McCurry. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, McCurry pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front. Let's see if he can do it. He's out in front. I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing. McCurry's going to have one little last go. Gives him a little shove down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson Got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay. He's crashed. He will be ropeable.
Lovely thing about together. It goes a long way.
High contact number 22, your free kick right there.
You're kidding me! That boy's gone for the mark, you idiot! You leave your glass at home, you absolutely
Ladies and gents, everyone's in, everyone's here. Fantastic. What a great turn up. What a great idea. All ideas are great ideas, but it takes people to actually put it together and do all the prep behind it. And I'm sure we've all been culprits in the past of having great ideas, but letting it go after a few weeks and going, nah, too hard. This guy here beside me and his friends, nothing's too hard for them. To Melbourne, from Bendigo to Melbourne, to Canberra to Bendigo. So let's hear from the Mayor of the City of Greater Bendigo, Thomas Prince, everyone.
Thanks, mate. Hey, first of all, it's really lovely to see so many people here today. So as you start the walk, I just hope that you remember something a little different and start doing things a little different. I hope that when you really hear someone ask, how are you? I hope you really answer it. Don't give them the, I'm good. Tell them how you are really feeling. And I hope when you ask it to really mean it, don't let it just be a throwaway question. Commit to it. Prepare yourself for the answer that you might get. Be willing to walk with someone through whatever might come next. Because a person's how is not an individual responsibility, even though it can feel it. It's something we share as a part of being human. You know, we're not designed to be on this world alone. We do it together. So I hope you remember today, during this walk, long after it ends, the how really matters. Thanks for being here. Thanks for caring enough to showing up. And thank you for taking these steps for awareness, for compassion, and for every person who needs to know that they're not alone. So thank you all for coming.
Thanks, Thomas. City of Greater Bendigo.
And that's exactly why today matters, because no one should have to carry that alone. So today, lean into it, walk with people, talk to people, check in on people, and if you want to support further, there'll be QR codes and donation points around all day. But more than anything, just be here, be part of it. We're proud of this community and excited to see what the next 24 hours brings. And let's get around each other. Let's make Bendigo proud. And let's make sure no one walks alone today. Thank you.
Let's go. Isn't it?
You good? Bit of fuel for the way?
Yeah, bit of fuel.
Nearly there, you've got it. Nearly there, matey, bring it home.
Yeah, mate. We are in the home straight. Good job.
Well done, guys. Hey. Well done, guys.
Ladies and gents, round of applause for Tim and the team.
Yourself, mate.
It was a bit of a roller coaster ride, a few ups and a few downs, but we got there in the end, so no, it was good.
All right, yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Bloody amazing turnout. Like, I cannot believe how many people here, to be honest, and it's just, yeah, blown me away. And yeah, as some of these guys have already touched on, that final lap was something special to walk that whole entire lap and bring that home. That was, yeah, something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. Hopefully we do it again next year. But yeah, to be honest, I'm bloody spent. I had a lot more energy before we did the walk, and I said a few more words, but yeah, I honestly just can't thank you enough, and yeah, I appreciate you all coming out. Thank you.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant, where we're just about underway, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big presence of people in the room here. There's a couple of reunions. Ball comes back. Oh, good smother on Kay's kick. As they come through the middle through Sharp. Off hands, here's an opportunity. Little handball. Umpire kept the whistle and the gob. He's picked out a free kick. It's going back to Mounts. It's terrible that I'm out of breath and I didn't run that far. So Harney just got a little kick on it. Comes across, got rid of it all right in the end. Bottom of that is Wharton. The umpire says, give it to me. So Rucks again. Slap from Kine coming through Hickman. Holmberg on him, not going anywhere. So again, going forward. No one can take a mark. So kick off the ground, not the worst idea. Kine gets caught up with Nicholas. Handball over the top towards the boundary line. Got to try and get rid of it. Just got a little whack in there. It's going to come back the other way. Try to kick it off the ground. Irwin now goes back in after it. He gets collared. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to Mounts, I reckon, to Wallace. So Wallace takes his time. Now goes backwards. Finds Whiting. Whiting looking for Wharton here. Just keeps it in. Does. So Wharton right in front of our commentary. Kick had to be good and is. This time comes back to Niall. Niall's kick was good as well. This is looking good. Nicholas brings it nice and wide. Kick works out okay. Oh, I couldn't take the mark. Wharton goes in after again. Alex round to Smith. Smith kicked around the corner. Bounces funny because it's a footy. Trying to get in and pick it up was Hickman. He didn't do that. Now it rolls out the back. Should be able to get away with it here. They do through Rothicker. Over the top of Wharton again towards the boundary line. They keep it in. Little short kick was just that short. No one can gain a possession. Little kick went nowhere. Back towards the boundary line. Can they keep it in? In fact, they do. Leonard Shannon over the top. Couldn't take the mark. Handball over the top again. Still going to come back from where it was. Oh, gee, got in his back, I reckon. So it'll be a free kick to Elmore. Short kick is good. So, Gall decides to sink the slipper and does just that towards centre wing. Come out to meet it. Oh, gee, that's a good mark to Wallace. On a day like this, you should be able to mark a footy like that, and he did. So he goes backwards. And we've got, just kicks it over the top of his head. Got a heap of time though as Willie. Got a man out short, decides to not go that way, should have. Play on is the call, just bangs it on the boot. Oh, and up high was Carter. No free kick, play on. Kicks it in front of himself, Gilmore, runs into Niall. Picks it up again, Gilmore kicks it. Here's an opportunity going forward, fire low. Should have been able to get rid of it. And he got caught, so lucky to get away with that one.
Didn't hear the umpire's play on call.
Nah, I think you're right. So third term. Handball comes out. No one can get a possession. Wharton's at the bottom of it. He gets tackled. And it'll be an Elmore free kick, I reckon. Yeah, it will be. Holmberg's got the kick. So Holmberg,
Elmore kept goalless in that last quarter.
yeah, they were. I reckon he's got the distance, decides that he doesn't want to kick it, so sits it wide to Smith, to Smith. So Jack kicked only a point so far. Just back to Holberg, wasn't great. Knew what he wanted to do. Now they might be in trouble. Little kick out of there by Smith. It's a foot race, absolute foot race, but it won't matter. Just by himself is Cox. No, it wasn't Cox, by the way. It's Truick. He did well, actually, Hayden Truick. Over the back, goes towards Hinneberg, back towards the middle. Now it's smart footy. Hand. Delivers it out wide. Will he get there? Oh, gee, let it go. So it's not a mark. Play on. Nicholas has to get rid of it. His short kick to Butler. Can't take the mark. Stolen from him, though, by O'Toole. Kick goes out wide. They might have something going here, Elmore, if they can get out of it. Tried hard, Lees, to get tackled, that's for sure. Kick coming back, but it's all Mount Pleasant through Wallace. Hinneberg. Now he sits it up for Niall. Niall just moves it quick. One-on-one back there over the top. Couldn't take the mark. Little kick off the ground was good. Smith's there for Elmore. Gives it to his teammate. Oh, look at Bell coming through. And collected his opponent all the way through Truick. He might have hurt himself, Truick. Speed taken from under him when he tried to kick it.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
Sometimes your leg's not meant to go that way. Nicholas in front. No one can get a hand on it. Triplets there. Can't take it. Sharp does for Elmore. Short kick had to be good in his. So this bloke's been good too, Gore. Kick goes nice and long. It's a one-on-one back there. Trying to make his way through. It's a three-on-one, in fact. Trying to pick it up there. Couldn't get a handle on it. It was Willie. And the umpire will see fit to throw it up. Sits at the back, Holmberg. Kick smothered, goes in after it again. Captain. Now picked up. Tried to kick it out of there. Got no distance at all. It's Hall. Now it comes through. Got to kick it now, Gore. Does. Kicks it out wide. Asking for a teammate to run on it. Dwyer's out there. Beats him across the line. Right in front of what is a big crowd here at Mount Pleasant. For a Saturday afternoon. It's a contrast of teams that have played, obviously. Over the period and did very, very well in finals, 96, 2006.
If you don't want this out the hot dog, mate, I'm going to snake it.
Yeah, I can see that. Save me half. Thanks. Kick comes back. Got to sit under it. Got to sit. Oh, yeah, good mark. Gutsy mark too for Philo. So he's going to have a shot, Matthew Philo. So half-time at the other games too. Lockington, Leachville Gunny, 35. Lockington 4-8, 32. That is the start of the third term. So Leachy by 3 points there. Thanks to Jude Wheelhouse, who's out there. We'll just wait on half-time. North Bendigo 9-5-59. White Hills 3-6-24. That's Dave Hancock. He said to say hello. I don't know why he did that, Daniel, but he wanted to say hello to you.
Okay.
So all that happened, there was a point, and Damo Kerins is at Heathcote, where it's Colbo up by a goal at half-time there. So another point to the score. 2-2-14. Umpires picked out a free kick there. I think it's a Mounts kick, and there's a bit of push and shove going on out there as well. And the older teams that have won premierships a long time ago, they'll be loving this. Now they've got their act together. Excuse me, play on is the call. So triplet. I reckon that might be out of bounds on the full, is it? No. Try not to eat your fingers while you're there, mate. Seriously, did you not have anything to eat today? You forgot, did you? Don't speak with your mouth full, there.
I won't, mate.
So, bottom of that pack. says give it to me. So they throw it up. Whiting, no one really got a tap there. Goes towards the back. Philo got met. Trying to get through again. He's going in hard still. And Pila's got to do it again. Don't even think about eating that Mars bar that's there, though.
Yeah, sorry to say, mate, I couldn't get you a Mars bar, but I got you a Kit Kat instead.
I don't care what you got me, as long as you don't eat it. Towards the boundary line, just about to see it over, is Charlie O'Toole for Elmore.
Had the luxury of a sleep in this morning.
What's that got to do with your appetite?
Well, first hot dog was my breakfast, and this hot dog is my lunch.
Okay, well, that's information we probably didn't need, but we've got it. Bottom of the pack, little slip out the top, triplet, little kick going forward. There's someone picked out a free kick here on a dangerous tackle, I think. So it's going to come back. It's going to come back to Nathan Kay, who plays on now, drives it in. Who can take a mark? They all come in. Carter gets in front, couldn't take it. In fact, he's paid it. Didn't have it for very long, but he's paid the mark. So Carter already kicked one. Loved it when he kicked it. Big celebration. Could be doing it all again. He's got it. Loves it. There it is. So not what Mount Pleasant required. So 9-3-57. (2-2-14) Elmore, and this quarter's already been 12 minutes in the making. Thanks to Agnico Eagle. So the footy's about to come back. Tell you what, I wouldn't want to be walking past you with another hot dog at the moment. You would nearly fight someone for it. Did you get a Coke at least? You didn't drink that on me? No. No Coke?
You told me not to talk with my mouth full.
Oh, sorry, mate. I did do that. Didn't I?
Well, mate, you went into the rooms to rub shoulders with the bigwigs, so I thought you would have got yourself one.
Oh, no, I didn't. I should have. There's a couple of Cokes in the thing down there haven't been opened. How long have they been there for?
A couple of weeks.
Might be right.
Maybe a couple of months.
Oh. So, Hindenburg, coming through was triplet. It wasn't Hindenburg in the ruck, it was Whiting, who did well, in fact. And this is Carter again. So, he's already kicked a couple. And another opportunity to do it again. Xavier Carter. He's sitting in the truck out there, right on the boundary line. As he lines up. Comes in to kick. Kicks on its way. Distance won't make it. In fact, big punch at the back there. Kick around the corner. Now it's a one-on-one. Got to take the mark. Can't triple it. Good play by him. Just a little bit rich on the handball to Nathan Kay, and that one will be across the line. Surely there's an AFL game on today. Tell me there isn't.
I'm fairly sure there would be.
You would think so. So Rucks go at it again. Sharp. Little handball over the top. There needed to be a kick, not a handball. Hindenburg, his handball was the same. He might get it back. Can't pick it up. Still they work hard in there. No one can get a possession. Yeah, I reckon there would be, mate. It'd be... as long as it's not Essendon.
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh, good. That'll be good, though. I might be able to have to watch that. That'd be great. So, bottom of that pack, going nowhere. Umpire says, give it to me, sunshine.
Now, did I hear on the radio there was some sort of wager between you and Jules for the Essendon St Kilda game?
That's St Kilda in front of Port Adelaide, by the way. It's nearly full time there. They're 15 points in front. So she'll be happy. St Kilda supporters in general. Little handball over the top. Push out of there. Trying to make his way back as a triplet. There he comes through. Gee, that's a good tackle. Right, triplet. There's nothing of him. He's been caught holding the ball. So the play we finally have on our terms here, Daniel.
Finally.
So Sharp, what about it? Not much to kick to. There's a big pack in front of him. So he decides to change direction. So Elmore going forward along that wing. Off hands towards the boundary line. Ends up in the coach's box out there for Mounts. 57 plays 14. This quarter's done 15.
If Elmore aren't careful, they might have another goalless quarter.
Yeah, well, that's it. 2 goals in the first term and 2 points since then. So Nico Eagles scoreboard rolls towards the back, trying to get rid of it. It was Hughes. Umpire has picked out a free kick here. Might have just got him a little high. Sharp just gives it off again. Philo bangs it on the boot, coming forward. Good mark though. So Gibson, play on, goes out wide towards Kay, playing well against his old team, to Hindenburg. Man screaming for it, going forward. That kick is towards Edwards. He can't take the mark. Butters up. In fact, he's been paid, was it? No. Thought I heard 2 whistles. Might have been the netball, mate.
Could have been.
So Big Jace throws it up. Good slap. No one can get a finger on it. Trying to run off with it, Smith. Good tap again. Trying to get through with Nathan Kay. I reckon you let it go. Tackled twice. And Sharp takes the free kick. Just nothing to kick to for Sharp. He's going to have to do what he did before, just try and swing it across. The trouble is, there's a man out there. In fact, that's a good mark. Out there to Elmore. Kick is short, Philo. Again, he's got the same problem. Nothing to kick it to. They've done very, very well. Could come back through the middle. Decides to take his chances and kick it long. Come out to meet it. No one can get a handle on it. Little handball out of there went nowhere. Still bottom of the pack. Handball comes out wide. Foot race on. Well done. Hickman coming through. That's a good grab. The bottom of that pack. I reckon it might be Carter. Could be very wrong. In fact, it's not Carter. That's a good mark to Nathan Kay. So Kay takes the mark. He's 50 out. Not much of an angle and probably got the distance. So 14 points of difference at Marvel Stadium. St Kilda up against Port Adelaide. There you go, mate.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, you're up to date. North Bendigo lead White Hills third term at the same time. It's a ripper at Heathcote. We'll keep you posted on that. Colbo a goal in front. And Leachy, Gunny, Lockie. 3 points of difference there. Good games in the HDFNL. Ball goes forward. Distance not an issue. Missed it. So point 9-4. Plays 2-2. There's nothing to kick to at all. There's no one moving. Probably needs to bring it out this side. We'll just go towards the boundary line. Kick has to be good at this. Jackie Smith takes it. He again has no one to kick it to, so he goes back towards the middle. Kick's coming out wide from Giffen. Finds a teammate. They've made no progress whatsoever. Philo's kick was good. Bring it short again. So, okay, this is promising. Again, through the middle. Let's see what happens here. There's men everywhere here. Yep, you're not going to have to go and get the footy youngster, which he does in the end, Rothica. jumped on Harney, and you're in trouble. So they got nowhere doing that, mate.
No.
At all.
They never looked comfortable there.
So they had plenty of players over this side. They just didn't use them. So again, Leonard Shannon got the tap. Philo swings it over the top. Little handball from Gilmore. Now they come out to meet it. Jules in there. You can't get it. Neither can Hickman, and I'll see it over the line. Goal, not Jules. And Philo's got more tattoos than you've got, mate.
I've only got the 2, thank you very much.
Oh.
So it's not hard.
So ball about to be thrown back in. Just a little tap over the top, no one. Got a possession. Again was the one, comes back towards Smith. He's under the hammer from Triplet. Just broke the tackle, which was good. Now it's a 2-on-1 back here. O'Dwyer lets it go back over the top. Gibson's there too with him. Trying to find his speed at the bottom of that pack. In fact, it rolls for a few. Little handball over the top. Now it comes back. Opportunity. O'Dwyer gives it up. Now they lose it. It's going to come back the other way. Hickman couldn't take the mark. Philo's tap was good. Handball over the back here, looking for a teammate. Had to be good to Price. Now they run into each other. Hickman again gives it back to Triplet. Short. Wouldn't be 15, surely. Smith takes the mark. That wouldn't be 15 either. No. Play on, so Hand does just that. I was with him. No way was that 15. And that'll be a free kick down the field. So a little bit of frustration here. So short kick wide by Niall. Whiting. Kick is good. Ollie Bish takes the mark on the boundary line. He'll have a shot too. So 22 gone this term. He's right on the boundary line, Ollie Bish. Kicks on its way. Umpire doesn't really move much. Off hands from Leonard Shannon. That's another point. So 9-5. Plays 2-2. Thanks to Agnico Eagle, White Hills Fish Shop, and the many sponsors here too. Nutrien. Who else have they got here? The Tulane Pub, Cabaspy Concreting. There's quite a few around here. Oswald, Bendigo Bank, Heathcote Branch. So sponsors of the mighty Mount Pleasant Footy Club, supporting local footy. Wasn't on. Couldn't get out of it anyway. So good tackle by Triplet. Holmberg helps himself up. Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. It's yours.
You can have it.
So good tap there. Smith at the bottom, trying to give it to Hickman. Hickman gets around one. Oh, we let it go though, Triplet. They get a kick going forward, Mounts. Who can take a mark? No one. Off hands again. Goes towards Cullen Smith, the captain. Swings it out nice and wide. Good kick, Nathan Kay. Lines up from about 45. I feel bad taking your Coke, mate.
It's all right.
I don't feel that bad.
I know you don't usually go for the full strength.
Yeah, no, it's the first time I've had to put the visor down in here, mate. A little bit of sun in the back.
Yeah, starting to set.
So Nathan Kay, he's already kicked one. Kicks on its way. I reckon he's missed two. He's kicked a couple of points as well. So 9-6, 60. It's been a very defensive day all round here at Mount Pleasant. So kick comes out wide. It was too wide at the back there. Couldn't take the mark. Philo. Ground level. Going nowhere. So they'll throw it back up. Big night out at Mounts, mate. You'd have to get a camel home.
Yeah, a few people here that'll be having a few drinks after the game, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Nicholas kicks it nice and wide. You asked for Joel Wharton. Now you've got it. You've got men everywhere. It depends who you want. Triple will be one of them. He's got a mark. 60 out. Goes short again. In fact, he doesn't. He decides to put it into the into the pocket. They will come out. Leonard Chatham was one of them. Good tackle on Kay. Trying to make their way through. In fact, they'll get out of jail here. Elmore coming out to meet it. Couldn't take the mark. Was Lees towards the boundary line. They see it over. 25 gone this term. You wouldn't think there'd be a lot of overtime. This is junk time, but there wouldn't be a lot of it.
Bit over 25 minutes through this quarter. Hasn't been a lot of goals.
No. So Nicholas got a little handle on it. They all run past it. Now comes towards the back. Umpire's picked out a free kick. I reckon it's going to bounce for a dangerous tackle. It will be that man. I reckon it's Hickman again. He's just had a crack a day. He is the king of the super suck, old Jackie Hickman. His old man told me to say that. So, lining up for goal. Probably the best player on the ground at the moment, Jack. He should be able to put this through from that distance. Kicks on its way. Looks pretty good off the boot. Very rarely misses it. Easy BOG at the moment is Jack Hickman. So he kicks another for his club. 10-6. 66. I don't know what Elmore do to get back in the game, but they've had a crack. They've had a crack. They just Mounts have just got a better structure and probably the players that can go along with that structure too. So 52 points the difference as three-quarter time approaches. And St Kilda won by 14 points, Daniel. I know you're hanging out for that score.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. So, Rucks again. Good tap. Oh, look out. Here's this man. Takes a bounce, slaps it into the ground, Hickman. He's taken one bounce. He gets through two. He nearly could have gone all the way, in fact. What's the umpire saying here?
He's run too far.
Oh, righto. Fair enough, too. He's trying to do it all. Cox delivers the ball out. Oh, just come off the shoulder. Now got to go in after it again. Nicholas is a tool that missed the mark. Now you've got Wharton wide, Joel variety. Actually, it's, yes, it is Joel. His kick had to be good. Well done defensively. Elmore, nice work there in the end by Truitt. Handball comes back out again. This is Ward and Alex. Kicks towards the line. Off hands again. Couldn't take the mark as Whiting. They try and get through things here. They do through Gilmore. Gilmore's kick's not great. And Hugo Gibson takes the mark. Goes back towards the middle. And co-coach comes across. And now they bang it back in towards where it came from through Willie. And he finds a man out there in Nathan Kay. So that will be three-quarter time. And he says, I reckon I can get this, Nathan Kay. He's kicked 1-3 today. So this will be his second. As he lines up, can't stray off the mark, got to kick it straight over. Kicks on its way. Distance, not an issue. I don't even think it'll make it. In fact, no, it doesn't. So no score, three-quarter time. We'll have all the scores from around the HDFNL coming your way soon. St Kilda defeated Port Adelaide at Marvel, but we'll have more of those scores and that coming up shortly. This is Super TV. But he needs more than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the Tag 125 Light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight. Gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, Mercury. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, Mercury pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front. Let's see if he can do it. He's out in front. I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing. Mercuri's going to have one little last go. Gives him a little shove down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay. He's crashed. He will be ropeable.
Lovely thing about together.
Ladies and gents, everyone's in, everyone's here. Fantastic. What a great turn up. What a great idea. All ideas are great ideas, but it takes people to actually put it together and do all the prep behind it. And I'm sure we've all been culprits in the past of having great ideas, but letting it go after a few weeks and going, nah, too hard. This guy here beside me and his friends, nothing's too hard for them. To Melbourne, from Bendigo to Melbourne, to Canberra to Bendigo. So let's hear from the Mayor of the City of Greater Bendigo, Thomas Prince, everyone.
Thanks, mate. Hey, first of all, it's really lovely to see so many people here today. So as you start the walk, I just hope that you remember something a little different and start doing things a little different. I hope that when you really hear someone ask, how are you? I hope you really answer it. Don't give them the, I'm good. Tell them how you are really feeling. And I hope when you ask it to really mean it, don't let it just be a throwaway question. Commit to it. Prepare yourself for the answer that you might get. Be willing to walk with someone through whatever might come next. Because a person's how is not an individual responsibility, even though it can feel it. It's something we share as a part of being human. You know, we're not designed to be on this world alone. We do it together. So I hope you remember today, during this walk, long after.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant. They had a really short break then, Daniel. That was tricky, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did.
They said bugger it.
Get into it before it gets dark.
Yeah, Nicholas goes out wide. Niles there, he should take the mark easily and does. So last term here at Mount Pleasant, thanks to Agnico Eagle. Kay gives it to Hickman. Rolls on, looking for a man in there. Good punch at the back there. Nice defensive work from Elmore. Go back again on Wallace. Whoa, just a little flick out from him. They call it
And
deliberate.
it's
Very
being
rare they
paid
do that.
deliberate, yeah.
So Smith comes in, should kick it, get it going. Jackie Smith kick it, mate. He does. Puts it into a vacant area. Coming out to meet it. A little bit of rugby work in there, Wallace. Back to Hindenburg. In fact, make it Whiting. He's going to hate me for calling him Hindenburg all day. There is Wharton over the top. Handball was smothered. Looking for that man Hand who now gets there. Sit on top of him. And the umpire says, give it to me. So 3/4 time around the place too. We'll keep you updated with that. Good mark defensively. So comes across to Niall. Kick had to be good to Wharton and is. You've got his brother across here. Good handball. It'll sit up for him. So from Joel to Alex. Or the other way, I should say. Handball over the top. Probably should have kicked it. Didn't work out for Butler, and they'll throw it back in. Big crowd out here at Mount Pleasant. You wouldn't get a park. Well, actually, there's a couple beside us. But besides that, I didn't see that. Kick on goal misses. So first score, last term is a point to Mounts. So 10-7. Plays 2-2. What would be nice, Daniel, is just to see what we saw in that first term from Elmore. Just a couple of goals. They've got it. It's just a matter of making it happen. Need a net back there too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So it's going to come out commentary side, which we don't mind at all. So swings it out. The rucks go at it in front. Couldn't take the mark. Trying hard there was Munro. Bottom of that pack. Philo's in there too with Butler.
It's one of the few grounds that doesn't have nets behind the goals.
Yeah, it's a couple. Lockington doesn't. Rucks again. Kine got the slap. Tried to get out of there. Philo. Kine this time. Just bangs it on his boot coming back. Whiting couldn't take the mark. Good tackle on Wallace. This man here just gets going, and Hickman pick up again. Little handball over the top. Has to get rid of it. Plenty of numbers for Whiting. She slaps one towards the boundary line, and they will see that one over. I wouldn't think they'd be cheap though. There's big nets.
No, you wouldn't think so.
Mind you, nothing's cheap these days. So rucks again. Nicholas comes towards Philo. His kick gets smothered. Now it comes out the back. Opportunity here for Hugo. Gibson, that is. Towards the pocket. Lennon Shannon can't get there. I'll see it over.
Out of bounds on the full.
Good luck trying to get rid of that crowd over there near the tent shed tonight. They'll be setting lights up. Big crowd. Look out. Possession. Wharton. Shot on goal. Straight through the middle. So Joel Wharton picks up the 11th for Mount Pleasant. And they are just all class at the moment. Can't do much wrong at all. 11-7-74, 2-2-14 Elmore. Unable to score in the third term. That is the half-time score from Elmore. So that's how difficult it's been under duress from a team like Mount Pleasant, who just simply give you nothing. Absolutely nothing. So back in the middle. Waiting on some scores to come through for us. Waiting for the footy to come back, actually. So Lucci Gunny, 3/4 time, have got a nice lead over Lockie, 70-32. So they're looking the goods there. 3/4 time. It's Heathcote 8:9:57, Colvin Abbon 6:7:43. Thanks to Damien Kerrins. As that man again, Hickman, delivers to the forward line. Good mark. Play on though. He does just that, Willie. Back towards the line. Oh, comes out to meet it. Hindenburg's taking the mark. He looks across at him, Hugo Gibson, and said, "Thank God it was you and not the opposition, because he was going to get collared." He'll enjoy this too. Will Bryce Hindenburg normally plays down back, but an opportunity for him to pick up a goal. So Hindenburg from about 25 out, no problem whatsoever for the bloke who plays down the back, and he says, "How hard's this?" So
put me in forward, coach.
Yeah, stick me down the forward line. That'd be 12-8, Brian, I reckon. Missed a point somewhere, Daniel. 12-8 to 2-2. Thanks to Glencoe Fencing as well, another sponsor of the Mount Pleasant Footy Club. And it's certainly been what's been a long day. They've had a crack Elmore, but as you said, just the power of the Mount Pleasant machine.
Yeah, got off to a slow start, Mounts, but they made up for it, that's for sure.
I was actually right, 12-7. Here's me thinking I was wrong. How dare I think I was wrong? So, tap from Nicholas goes towards Sharp at the back, handball on. This is Holmberg, decides to just kick it. Coming out to meet it was Gibson, little handball, little short one. Lees went over the top of his teammate. Wallace said, "Thank you very much." So he bangs it towards the boundary line. Morton's out there, Alex. Good kick too, goes to Smith, the captain. He delivers along the line to Bell. And Joey Bell, little handball over the top, probably should have kicked it. Now they'll get through, this time through Nicholas, off hands again. That's Wharton back there. Already kicked a couple, Wharton gives it off. Little opportunity, missed on triplet. So another point to the score. I should have left it at 12-8.
Just let it catch up, you reckon?
I should have. Could be AI, mate. I'll just say it and it does it for me. We'll get that worked out. Okay. A lot of cheering going on out there. I'm not sure it's for all the right reasons, but Philo. No one to kick it to, so he has to go short. It has to look now. We'll have to just kick and hope more than anything. It does towards the boundary line. They come out to meet it. That's a good mark. Munro takes it, so it goes over the top. This is looking better. Dwyer, short kick for him is good. What's there for Elmore going forward? So the kick is on its way towards the forward line. Well, Carter's back there. He's been told to get back Nicholas as well. But they'll get it out of there and they'll do it quite quickly. It's coming back off hands. In fact, good mark. Here they come again. Here's the speedster in Hickman. Kick to a one-on-one back there. Probably get there first as Truick. And see it over the line in front of Whining. That's not where you want to make a mistake, right there where the ball is. So 96. In fact, I think it's Premiership 66, 96, and 2006. I think I'm right. So reunions today, which is great. Big slap at the back. So no one can really get a handle on it. Try to get a kick out of there, Campbell, which he did. Coggill, I should say, not Campbell. Going to come back the other way. Oh, Niall got to pick it up, does it. Kicks it. Made it look easy too. So the sun comes out as Jackson Niall kicks a goal. 13-8, 86. Glencoe Fencing scoreboard here at Mounts. I'm worried about Jude Wieldhouse out at Leachville today.
Why is that,
He
mate?
sent me a message. He's out there, and it says they had a little Oz kick type thing at half time. I did record and commentate that, but it wasn't allowed Jude to chop it out. It's all right, mate. He's a good fella. We'll put that on for you, Jude. Up and coming caller. Joey Bell at the bottom of that. Tried hard. It was Philo's kick right into that sun out there, which is, you wouldn't believe that happened. That's there after what we had earlier today. So, Mounts again going forward. Kick is short, good kick. Play on, and here they come back through the forward line. Sits up again. Whiting's there, can't take the mark. Goes in after it, just gets the back of his foot there. Bell's there too. And they might just see this over, and they do. In front of the super box.
Packed house in there.
Oh, yeah.
Got them jammed in like sardines.
One of the rare places that have a super box in regional footy, mate, trust me. Funny. So again, ball just spills out, might get away with it, just got a little toe on it, lucky, round the corner for the captain. He's kicked that to Seymour. So out of bounds on the full. So he wants me to put on Super TV tonight, Facebook and YouTube, him calling the Oz kick at half time, Jude, up at Leachy.
Okay.
I think we will, mate. It doesn't hurt. Good to see the kids.
Future faces of this game.
That's it, exactly. So, 12 gone this term, last term here at Mounts. We've got some action right in front of us, which is interesting, coming out to meet it. So, good mark, Lukey Price. Works like a baseballer. Been told to play on though, so he just goes short. Good work. So Hughes just goes short. Nice work. So Rothiger now has to deliver. Goes to the forward line. Wallace is back there, off hands again. Keeps it in. Nice work there by Gall. It's a 2-on-1 back there. It's always going to be difficult. Just tapped it in front of him. Did well, in fact. Still trying to work hard. Ball spills. No one can get a handle on it. Comes back the other way. Here's an opportunity. Didn't quite get there. I'll still keep it in. See plenty of Mounts players down there. That's a free kick, I reckon. I reckon that's a free kick for too high. Daniel? And I'm only guessing because you can't see through the sun.
No, even looking through a camera, I can't see much.
Well, it had to be a free kick, though. Yeah, it is indeed. So Lockie Munro's got the kick. And can he put through the third for Elmore? What's been a pretty miserable day when it comes to goals. So Munro on its way. I reckon he's might have got it. In fact, no, it's been touched. They're all bipping the horn, but it's a point. So yeah, at least we know who the supporters are and where they are.
At least we know they're here.
2-3. Must have just touched on the line. 2-3-15. All in dispute out towards the coach's box there. Your numbers for Mounts should be able to get out of this. Umpire's picked out a nothing. So they'll throw it back in. 15 gone this term, thanks to Agnico Eagle. Also Oswald. Shirlene Pub's up the road. If you're at the ground and you're around the area, make sure you get in there. Nice pub. So here they go again. Little handball over the top. Nice work in the middle by Mount Pleasant. I'd call it, but I can't see it. But now I can. What I can see, going forward, Leonard Shannon's kick's a beauty. And this bloke's lining up for his second. And it will say after the game, how easy is this borderline stuff? So Whiting lines up for his second here at Mount Pleasant. Kicks on its way. I reckon he might have missed that. He has. You hear the boos in the crowd. 13-9. Plays 2-3. Just a little short kick. Kick back to Sharp. Not much for him to kick to either. So he's going to have to run it long line there, I would think. Kick comes out wide. Centre wing, no. Ball comes back. Here comes, hopefully, Elmore going forward. No, it's going to come back the other way. Little handball over the top. Gibson's in there. He gets claimed. Right in front of the Nutrient Ag Solution sign. Cam Carter's in there. He's got his young bloke playing out in the middle and he'd be having a nice day. He played in that 2006 Premiership too, Cam. He was captain coach. So he will get a win here today and got a win back then too. So he will be celebrating, no doubt. And they'll throw it back in. Off hands again. No one can get a clean possession. Now they do. Little kick out of there was from Harney was smothered. Just sits out the back. Here's the chance for Elmore going forward. Wallace, the gatekeeper back there for Mounts. He's got Triplet this side, really wide by himself. Just decides to sit it up to the middle there. So Bowles brings it across to Edwards. Back towards the middle. Kick was good. Leonard Shannon's up the field. What's he got ahead of him? Just plays on now. Not a full distance too. Into the forward line. Off hands again. Rolls the wheels to the back. Triplet will get there first. Run over the top of it. Now foot races on. Bell gets there too. Gives it to Triplet. Opportunity. Kick going forward. It's a wobbly old thing. Couldn't mark it there. It was Whiting. And it'll be a stalemate. About 15 out from Mount's goal. One of those worm burners that stings the fingers, Daniel.
Yes, mate.
Slap from Whiting. Goes in after it again. Little kick out of there by Sharp. Foot race on. Smith won't get there first. Now goes in after it again. Still, no one can get a possession. Horton was in there too. Over the top. And Stylen. So they might be right. This dangerous kick had to be good and is in the end. So Hughes has nothing to kick to. They've got a big wall going here, Mount Pleasant. Can't see where the camera is, but I can tell you that is a wall of players back here for Mount. So that's what happens when you've got that situation. Just makes you wonder whether Mounts have got more players in the field than Elmore. It feels like it. They haven't, by the way, but it just gives you that feeling.
You just do a quick count?
I won't do that. It's too hard, I can't count.
I play drums, I can only count to 4.
Play on, you hear the umpire loudly. Filo's kick comes back around. As I said, the wall's up, and Gibson just puts it back from where it is. Come out to beat it. Leonard Shannon couldn't take the mark. Oh, Smith, the captain. How about this? They'll love it. Callan Smith says, how about that? On a day when the premiership sides from all those years ago are here. Callan Smith kicks goal number 14 for Mount Pleasant. And they go to 14-9. 93. Sadly, 2-3-15 to score for Elmore, but they're just a better side than that. Not at any stage have I looked at it and gone, gee, this side struggles. They just simply can't kick goals. I mean, it's that easy. And the pressure is on them, as it would be, but it's hard work. So Rucks again at it. No one got a definitive tap. Sits at ground level. Bell gives it up. Round the corner. Kick had to be good and is. And then just kicked the goal to Smith on that trusty left. Bangs it forward. Good kick. Oh, couldn't take the mark in the end. But no, that might be out of bounds on the full, is it? No. So now the ball's back. One of the Camels brought it back, Daniel.
Fair enough.
So Rucks again at it. Good slap from Kine. Round the corner from Wharton. No one can take a mark. Butler's in there too for Mounts. Tries hard. So's Gilmore for Elmore. Joey Bell at the bottom there. And again, they just push it out. Wallace should get there first. Decided not. Left it for the youngster in there in Wharton. Now towards the line. Big punch across the line in front of a big bunch of people out there, Daniel.
Yeah, good crowd. Thought you said this thing was fully charged.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just died.
It's back on again.
Yeah, because I turned it back on and the battery indicator is flashing.
What have you done to it, Daniel? Yeah, not a good spot to be making a mistake, particularly in the red and white. Here they come again, though, Mounts. The kick goes forward. Good kick. He'll love it. He loves the goal, this fella, Jackson Nile, and he'll line up from about 25 out. I wouldn't be surprised if he runs over to the crowd over there and just gives them all a high five. Super TV, live, YouTube, live, Facebook. All the replays coming your way a little bit later tonight from the HDFNL. So, Niall, good kick in the end. Or did he miss it? Oh, no, got it. Wasn't as much excitement as I thought.
I think they're just used to seeing him kick goals at the moment.
Yep, Stig's gone out of the game. 15-9. Thanks to Glencoe Trading. 22 gone this term. So not a lot of time left. Be nice to see Elmore grab another one before the final siren blows. So Jay says, the other way, boys, are going to throw this up. Rucks again. Got the tap out that time was Hall. Just keep going forward. Just got a little kick out of there. Not 15, says the umpire. So they'll work hard in there. Little kick out sideways was good by Munro. But his kick ended up in Mount Pleasant Arms. And who else but Will Wallace? Short to Nicholas. Sound like a wolf.
Yeah, it did.
So Nicholas just goes short to Edwards. I'll tell you what it does. Kick comes back, so bowls. Gives it back to Edwards. Kick comes out wide. Big foot race is on. Niall just kick the last guy. Foot race, he gets there first. Look at the pace on this kid. Kick goes forward short towards the boundary line. And they'll keep it in play. Or will they? Hindenburg's there. Little handball over the top to Whiting, and they'll see it over. I swear that sounded like a wolf. Tell me that's not a wolf.
I'm going to say it's a husky, mate, I reckon.
Okay. I thought it was a wolf.
Or some dog that likes to howl.
A howling dog. Here we go. So, ball coming through. Hung onto it a bit too long. Needs to get rid of it. Kick smothered. Giffin's kick that was. Comes through to Philo. Got one a little bit high. Umpire said play on sharps there. Handball over the top. Always under pressure. Butler gets there first. Gets his kick just in time. Rolls through a couple of sets of hands. Don't tell me the big fella's going to kick this. He does! Look out! If it's not Whiting with another goal. And he's kicked 3. He is going to go in and say, boys, how hard is it to kick goals at this level? So 16-9, 105. And again, we're towards junk time. Just dropped my script. I don't really need it anymore, but yes, thank you. So back towards the middle. And the umpire will do it all again. 25 gone this term. 90 points the difference. Nicholas got the tap, comes out the back. Oh, Butler, you're in trouble. Umpire agrees. So Sharp goes back towards, I think it's Homburg it is. So play on is the call. Just pushes a few other way, gets a kick away. Cox towards the forward line. No, Dwyer was in there too, but I don't think that's going anywhere. Umpire agrees. They just had some an absolute legend of Bendigo football, Bill Bonney, Golden Square Premiership coach. He was also out at Heathcote, as sadly this morning passed away. So rest in peace, Bill, and condolences to the family. I reckon that's a free kick to Sharp. It is. Yeah, Bill Bonney, what a legend. Had some people pass away this week that have been notable. Not that it matters if you're notable or not, but Bill Bonney was just a superstar. So there'd be a lot of sad people around today. People he coached, people he played with, and as I said, condolences to the family. So kind of sharp, about 35 out. He'd love to kick one just before the siren blows. He's not going to kick one there, or is he? No, it's going to sit. In fact, it sneaks through for a point. So I get a point, Elmore. 2-4. As we get towards it, we're in junk time at the moment. And a big lead for North Bendigo, late stages that game too. 13-15-93, White Hills are 5-7-37. And people trying to beat the crowd here. So off hands, just crashes into the back was Whiting. Elmore with numbers towards the boundary line. Got rid of it, Bells at the bottom. They spun him around, which probably helped in a way. Now they're coming to help him. Ball is kicked out wide though. Just picks up and kicks in hope from the Elmore situation. That's a good mark. And play on is the call. So let's see if Mounts can get another one through it. Willie's kick was good. And this bloke could nearly give it off. He won't though. Jolly Warden. Been told he's on the TV, eh? We got you there, Joel. No pressure on you. He's had a pretty good game. Had a good season, in fact. And here at Mount Pleasant. Kicks on its way. Looks pretty good. And another one to Mount Pleasant. So 79-111 thanks to Blenko Fencing here at Mount Pleasant, one of their major sponsors. 2-4-16 Elmore. Just check with the board. That is correct. And we have done nearly 30 minutes into this final term.
And they're hardly even celebrating them now.
No, well, that happens too, mate. That does happen. But there won't be much left into this game. We've got some results thanks to Damien Cairns and also Dave Hancock, who is at White Hills. Damien Cairns at Heathcote, and also Jude classes at Leachville Gumbow today. As they come through, the umpire says, give it a me. And go at it. Comes out the back. Here comes Elmore through Holmberg. Dwight should get there first. He's got Holmberg on him. Oh, not Holmberg, sorry. The youngster on his tail. Now's an opportunity. Butler just had to get rid of it. Hindenburg, I was thinking of. That's my train of thought. Oh, gee, that's a good mark from Niall. They didn't really go for it either. He just ran through the middle and said, I better grab this. This could be the final kick of the match, I reckon. I could be wrong, though, Daniel.
Could be.
Here we go. So Niall kicked a few today, kicked 3. And for goal number 4. And give him a 100-point lead. So Jackson Niall. Kick looks pretty good. And he gets another, and you're right, the steam's gone out of the game. (18-9-1-1-7) 2-4-16 Elmore. And we've done 31 minutes into this final term, and it's time to let the air out of the balloon. Daniel?
Yeah. Call it.
Yeah.
Put Elmore out of their misery, I think.
We on the fire and call the dogs?
Yep.
So the footy's coming back a bit quicker now. Yeah, 117-16. So the umpire does it again. Good slap from Kine. Now goes, or thought about going in for it. This is sharp, promising, forward. O'Dwyer's there, lets it bounce. Try the handball over the top. Should have probably kicked it. Will have to kick it now. Does so. Doesn't go very far at all. Sits up. Now's a foot race to see who can get it. Gibson gives it up, comes out towards the boundary line. How's this going to sit? Makes its way over the line. And they will throw it back in.
Kick it to me.
Kick it to me, he says. The umpire's done a great job today. About to throw it back in. Fine against Nicholas. Kine trying to take it out of there. Philo, sharp, gives it off. They just play on as they do through Giffen. And it gets turned over, which is something unfortunately through that man at the back there who took the mark. Wiley, doesn't matter anyway. That is the end of the game, and I think for Elmore that's not a bad thing at the minute. So that's the final score.
101 points.
Yeah, 101 points in the end, 117-16. And again, it's we'll go around the grounds in a sec. St Kilda defeated Port Adelaide by 13 points at Marvel Stadium. Just waiting for a score up at Leachville. Got one from Damien Kerrins and Heathcote 8-9-57 defeated Colburn Abbott 6-7-43. Wow. Okay. Final score there. Waiting on a score from Dave, who's too busy playing with his new little toy at White Hills. It'll be a North win at White Hills, though. We're leading by nearly 10 goals into that last term, so I don't think it'll be any shock to hear that North will win there. And the other game, which is up at Leachville Gunny, it was pretty close at three-quarter time. So, yeah, sorry, no, it wasn't very close. It was 70-32 to Leachville Gumbow leading. So that's that game there. And that's about where we're at, Daniel, as far as the game is concerned.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us here at Mount Pleasant today, where we've had every sort of weather known to man and woman and beast.
Apart from wind, it wasn't windy today.
No, it was weird. Yep, everything else. What are we doing this weekend? Enjoy, and we'll be back Wednesday as we do with the footy and netty shows on Super TV.